Well, we saw Stephen Kwan be very aggressive, at least on the bluff side of things there at first base. Even with Jose Ramirez up, don't be surprised to potentially see a double steal. Ballesteros behind the plate tonight, not known for his throwing capabilities.
Here's the pitch to Ramirez, is swung on and fouled off. Third base side, out of play. Jose batting .235 coming in with 10 home runs, 39 driven in. Still looking for that first home run since his return from a 5-week stay on the injured list with the hamate surgery. The 0-1, low and outside for a ball. 100 miles an hour with sink.
It is as much fun to catch as it is to try to hit that, I can tell you that for sure. Just a power arm.
The 1-1 pitch, swung on, and that's blooped foul beyond the dugout on the third base side. It's the Angels dugout. Let's get you that Angels defense here in the top half of the first inning. In left field, Gustavo Campero, Mike Trout in center, Josh Lowe around in right. Here comes the pitch on a 1-2 count to Ramirez. Swing and a miss. Ramirez down on strikes, tried to fight the changeup and was out front.
That was a good one, too. Dropped straight down at 94 miles an hour. Urena did a great job of getting on top of that changeup, working that thing straight down. Hard to believe a 94-mile-an-hour changeup can be considered a changeup, but I guess when you got 103 in the tank, that works.
Joe Adell will take his hacks. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and chopped foul at home plate for strike one. Adell in his return to Anaheim last night, first at-bat. A great reception. A lot of the fans standing here for him for what he has done as an Angel over the years. First time back for him. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on. There's a chopper to third. Scooped up. No. Foul ball. Foul ball as that one just clipped the foot of Joe Adell.
Might be the only place on his left foot, Rosie, that doesn't have a pad on it right now. And the ball somehow found a way off just the very tip of his toe, as he does have a pad off the front of his foot, but just doesn't quite go down far enough.
Yeah, from the knee on down, that's from that foul ball. He looks like
he's got a catcher's shin guard on.
Yeah. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Adell. Swung on, ground ball to third, fair ball. Grabbed by Guzman, throws across, got him at first. Wow, Guzman with a terrific throw as he was in foul territory when he let it go. Close play. We'll see if the Guardians want a challenge as the base runners move up to second and third.
Hey, how you doing, Nathaniel?
And there is no challenge by the Guardians.
Well, that was Guzman's only play as that ball took him into foul territory. He did a great job, and boy, that was really close at first base, but did a great job of changing his momentum and allowing him to make a perfect throw there to first base.
Nathaniel Lowe, the batter, trying to deliver yet again with runners in scoring position, and he takes a pitch down low for ball one. Lowe, hitless last night, but drove in a run with a sac fly, and in a low-scoring game, that was big. A 4-2 Guardians win. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, down low. I believe I said 1-2. They haven't wiped out the scoreboard yet. It should be
it's 2-0, I think.
Here's the pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner.
And again, that 94-mile-an-hour changeup. Holy smokes. It's guys like this that make me happy I'm retired.
How do you hit this?
You don't.
Yeah, I mean, he's given up some runs this year,
but not many, though.
And the Guardians with a great chance here in the first inning. The 2-1 swung on, and there's a chopper to the right side. The first baseman has it. Flipping to the bag is Grissom, and they're in time as the pitcher Urena ahead of Lowe for the out. Guardians threaten but do not score. We head to the bottom of the first. It's the Guardians nothing, the Angels coming up.
Since day one of your child's life, you've been all hands in. At Cleveland Clinic Children's, We make our patients a very similar promise: to be the hands you can trust, no matter what specialty care is needed. As Northeast Ohio's trusted children's hospital, when their health needs a helping hand, put their care in hands you trust. Learn more at clevelandclinicchildrens.org/hands.
Hi, I'm Pat Moran, owner of Window World and a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Today's game is brought to you by another winning team, Window World. We're family-owned right here in Ohio, and for more than 23 years, we've been providing you with quality windows, doors, siding, and gutters professionally installed, backed by a lifetime warranty, and always at a great price. So let's hit a grand slam together and call the Window World team at 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD or visit windowworld.com for a free in-home estimate.
Need new tires? Here's a tip. Skip the good old kick for quality entirely. Get to your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer, the smart choice for tires without the footwork. Whatever you drive, any make or model, they've got you covered with a great selection of major tire brands. Expertly installed by certified pros. And the kicker? Your Ford dealer often has deals that beat dedicated tire shops. So, when it's time for new tires, roll with your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer.
Hey Guardians fans, are you thinking of consolidating your debt with a home equity loan? With the average homeowner having over $200,000 of home equity, hit it out of the park with Union Home Mortgage, the official mortgage partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender, NMLS number 2229.
Win a trip to Vegas and $1,000 tomorrow after the news at 9, 1, and 5 on WTAM 1100.
The big right-hander out of North Carolina, Gavin Williams on the mound, 27 years of age and having a wonderful season as he goes to work on Zach Neto. Scoreless game, bottom of the first here in Anaheim. Williams' first pitch is an off-speed breaking ball on the inside corner. Strike one to Neto.
Well, that's a sign of respect right there to Neto, knowing he's extremely aggressive. You don't often see that.
Next pitch, swing and a miss. Another breaking ball, 0-2.
My guess is Mr. Neto will see a few of those tonight. But again, first pitch of the baseball game, a nice breaking ball. Good sign from Gavin.
The 0-2, fastball up, 1-2 the count. And as good a repertoire as anybody in the game right now, Gavin Williams.
No doubt about it. Making his 27th start so far this month. He's 2-1 with a 3.8 ERA.
Here's his pitch. Low and outside. Did he check it? No, he went too far as they made the appeal down to first base umpire Mike Malinsky. He rings him up, and Neto reluctantly goes back to the dugout.
Quite surprising. Certainly didn't look like, at least from our vantage point, that Neto did go around, but give Patrick Bailey a ton of credit. Immediately pointed over to first base, and that's strikeout number one for Gavin.
Mike Trout, the batter. Here's the pitch from Williams, and it just misses outside for ball one. Williams, he's going just about 6 innings a start, averaging almost 12 strikeouts every 9 innings to go along with 3 walks, a number that has dropped in the second half.
Yes.
Next pitch, that goes back to the screen. Did he check his swing and foul it? Well, the scoreboard says 2-0.
But to get back to Gavin, 10 walks so far in the month of August, ties the most he's had of any month so far.
The 2-0, outside for a ball.
But that's something that Gavin's done an unbelievable job of cleaning up this year. Last year, leading the American League in walks with 88. He's now sitting at 47, and he's got about 13 less innings pitched this year so far.
The 3-0 on the outside corner for a strike. Trout will walk. He's walked 87 times this season. His on-base percentage coming in was .381. 20 homers, 46 driven in. For the 11-time All-Star, 3-time MVP, and he pops one up foul and out of play, first base side. What a career it's been for Mike Trout. This is season number 16 for him at 35 years of age. The 3-2 swung on, fouled off at home plate. The last 5 years marred by injuries, and he was on the injured list for 3 weeks earlier this season with a hamstring issue. The payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled away, first base side. So we'll do it again on 3-2 to Mike Trout. Our game time temperature tonight, 87 degrees. Brought to you by Gusto. Higher pay and grow your team with Gusto. Here's the pitch to Trout. Swung on, ground ball, third base, hit the bag. Grabbed by Ramirez, throws, not in time. Somehow Hosey got to that ball, but just couldn't get much on the throw, and Trout safe with a single.
Well, you're right. He couldn't get much on this throw. This ball was hit right down the line. Hosey, knowing he's got to get rid of it extremely quickly, just wasn't able to get enough on it, but still a perfect two-hop throw right to Nathaniel Lowe. Nice jump spin over there, third base.
There's Moises Ballesteros. Came over from the Cubs in a trade deadline deal. Powerful young hitter catching tonight. Here's the pitch from Williams. Fastball in there for strike one. Mike Trout at first base. Doesn't run as much as he once did, although 11 steals, and he hasn't been caught this year. So a little bit more base running this year from Trout, who's also playing a lot of center field. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, and that's lashed down the left side, foul.
Well, that's something Mike Trout talked to manager Kurt Suzuki about in spring training. Trying to get out there, get more reps in center field. I think it makes him feel more comfortable. Feels like he's, potentially affecting the game a little bit more from that side of it as well.
0-2 the count on Ballesteros. Here's the pitch to him. In tight. Counts now 1-2. Ballesteros playing in his 20th game with the Angels. Overall this season between the Cubs and Los Angeles, .214 average with 6 homers, 27 driven in. Big left-handed batter. Throw to first, back safely is Trout. Gavin Williams has, for a big man, a good move to first base.
Very athletic for a bigger guy, for sure.
He goes 6'6", 250. Here's his 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Ballesteros down on strikes. 2 down in the inning. Vaughn Grissom will bat. Boy, for Gavin Williams, the strikeouts continue to pile up. On the season now, 203 strikeouts.
Well, that's officially now good for the second most in Major League Baseball. Second to Jacob Mizorowski of the Milwaukee Brewers.
The pitch to Grissom misses outside for a ball. Yeah, the Miz, you feel like they might concede that really early. That he is the strikeout king this year.
But nonetheless, 200 strikeouts, that's not something to bat an eye out. That's extremely important.
1-0 pitch, misses outside and low.
And I just don't think something like that gets enough credit. To do it in the middle of August, I think, really shows you how talented and how many strides Gavin has made this year.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to count on Grissom. Young first baseman acquired from the Red Sox in the offseason. Batting .245 with 7 homers, 51 driven in. Right-handed batter with Mike Trout at first in a scoreless game. Bottom of the first inning. The 1-2. Low and outside. He laid off a sharp breaking pitch.
That was a nice sweeper right there. That was sharp. Gavin overcooking that ball just a hair. Never really started that thing on the plate. That was a ball out of his hand and just continued to go. Good job by Patrick Bailey right there as well, being athletic behind the plate.
The 2-2 swung on, and that's lifted high and deep down the left field line. It is a fair ball home run. It just stayed fair, wrapping around the foul pole. And the Angels take a 2-0 lead on home run number 8 off the bat of Vaughn Grissom.
Well, Gavin overcooked the pitch before that. He undercooked that one. That was a hanger, to say the least. That ball backed up on Gavin. went with the overhand curveball in that pitch as opposed to the sweeper. It's got a little bit more of a top-to-bottom shape to it. And that thing ran right into Vaughn Grissom's barrel.
Now Josh Lowe with 2 outs, bases empty. Here's the pitch. And it's on the outside corner for strike 1. That is home run number 26 allowed by Gavin Williams, second in the American League. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Waved out and missed late on the hard stuff, and it's 0-2. That home run, 389 feet down the left field line. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled off. Just barely got a piece to stay alive.
I like the pitch call right there. Pitch before that, Josh just kind of waved at a fastball up in the strike zone. That ball was a little bit lower, but now in an advantage count, you'd love to see him expand.
The 0-2 up high. 1-2 the count. Josh Lowe, the younger brother of Guardians first baseman Nathaniel Lowe. So a nice chance for a little family reunion here this week. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, foul tip, hung on to by Bailey, the catcher, for strike 3. That retires the side, but the Angels strike on the 2-run home run by Vaughn Grissom. 2-0 Los Angeles as we head to the second.
NEO Born, NEO Reimagined, NEO Home. K&D offers unparalleled knowledge about Northeast Ohio because they live, work, and thrive right here with you. Looking for a new apartment or location for your business? K&D has the perfect fit. Contact K&D today and discover your perfect home. KND.com.
A lot of businesses are in a pinch right now. They need more workers to keep things running, but they're not ready to hire anyone full-time. If you're one of those businesses, you might consider flexible labor from Minuteman Staffing. Minuteman has over 50 years' experience providing light industrial and warehouse workers in Northeast Ohio. They're ready for the job with drug screens and background checks. And Minuteman handles all the workers' comp and payroll. Reach out to them today. MinutemenInc.com. The precocious 22-year-old lines one to left, the base hit. Guardians take the lead. How about this night for Angel Hanao? And it's hit a ton. Away, back and gone. What a prodigious blast for Joe Adell.
The race for the Central Division is on, and a high-stakes showdown is coming to Progressive Field. The Guardians and Tigers go head-to-head in a 4-game series September 4th through the 6th. Lock in your seats today at CLEGuardians.com.
At Wayside Furniture, we get it. Waiting for your dream furniture can feel like forever. That's why we offer a free loaner program, so you have something else to use while you wait. Here's the deal. Spend $1,000 or more on custom, special orders, or out-of-stock furniture, and we'll lend you something to use in the meantime, for free. Sofas, dining sets, beds, and more. Yours to use while you wait for the real deal to arrive. It's how we make things feel like home while you wait. Visit wayside-furniture.com to learn more.
The Bloom Daddy Show. Played out in and around Cleveland. Tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3 on WTAM 1100.
Guardians trailing 2-0 as we hit the second inning here in Anaheim, and Angel Martinez leads things off, and he takes a pitch down low for ball 1. Walbert Urania, the 22-year-old on the mound for Los Angeles. Here's the pitch. And it's down low for a ball. Were it not for the season Parker Messick's having, we'd be talking about this guy as the top rookie pitcher in the American League.
I think you're absolutely spot on with that. He has been lights out and only getting better.
Here's the 2-0. Strike called on the outside corner with the heat at 99.
It's a pretty effortless, 100, 99, 100, 101. It's very impressive.
The 2-1, way outside for a ball. 3-1. Well, he hails from the Dominican Republic. Signed by the Angels as a free agent back in 2021. And didn't take him all that long for a youngster to get here. Next pitch, outside and high. He walks Martinez to open the top half of the second inning.
So far, it looks like he's struggling, at least to the left-handed hitters, of really trying to execute that two-seamer, that sinker, on the outer third of the plate. Ballesteros in the same regard. having a hard time catching it as well.
It cannot be an easy catch.
Trust me.
Patrick Bailey steps in, and he takes a pitch outside for ball one.
When you've got that power run or power sink, Fausto Carmona was like that, a.k.a. Roberto Hernandez. And he had the very similar type of spin profile in his ball.
Throw to first, back safely, just back in was Martinez. Well, we can tell you over the first 4 innings, we play the Conrad's Score 4, Win 4 New Tires contest. Guardians score 4 or more runs in any of the first 4 innings, and we'll give away 4 Bridgestone tires. Bailey looks at another pitch outside the zone, high and away, and Ballesteros is going out to the mound to have a chat with his pitcher. Patrick Hurley of Cleveland is our contestant. Patrick wins a set of 4 Bridgestone tires courtesy of our friends at Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care if the Guardians can put together a 4-run inning within the first 4. Visit econrads.com to enter. The mound meeting broken up. Everybody heads back to their spots. Count of 2-0 on Bailey. Facing Walbert. Urena, 8-9 on the year. His ERA a stellar 2.80. 9 strikeouts every 9 innings. The walks up. Here's the pitch. And it's low and outside for ball 3. Came in averaging a little bit under 5 walks every 9 innings.
Right.
And that's dropped a little bit as the season's gone along.
It has. But again, forcing him to throw a strike, you got to think Patrick.
And he 100%. Looks at ball 4 outside. He forced him to, and he couldn't do it.
Well, that's 8 straight balls without a strike. Petey's certainly taking this first pitch. I would not be shocked either to see him potentially take the first few.
No visit yet from the dugout, as Urena will continue now facing Petey Halpin, left-handed batter hitting .214 with 3 home runs, 9 runs driven in. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt, and he bunts it back to the mound. On it, Urena. He'll go to first. Bad throw. Pulls the first baseman off the bag, the second baseman covering. Safe at first is Halpin. All hands are safe as the other runners move up, and now they're loaded for Brian Rocchio.
Well, Urena did a good job of fielding the baseball. The problem with that is he didn't have his feet underneath him to throw the baseball to first. He was looking to go to second, potentially even third base right there, and just tried to flick that ball over to first base. But with the speed of Petey Halpin, there was really no chance.
Brian Rocchio, the batter. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on, ripped to first. Coming home with it is Grissom for 1. Back to first is Ballesteros. Double play. 3-2-3 on the double play. Now there's 2 down. The threat's still going for Cleveland, but it was bases loaded, nobody out. Now they need some action with 2 down.
Well, that was unfortunate because Brian Rocchio hit that ball on the screws just directly to Vaughn Grissom there at first base, who then executed the rest of the play.
So 2 down, runners at second and third. Top of the lineup, Stephen Kwan steps in, and he takes a pitch down low for a ball. Kwan already with a base hit tonight, leading off the game, a single to left. By the way, Halpin reached on an error by the pitcher. On that wild throw, here's the pitch, and it's outside for a ball.
Catcher's challenge, a ball call.
Ballesteros is not buying it. So here comes the challenge. And the ABS says it is indeed a ball.
Pitch was a ball. Cleveland has 1 challenge left.
Well, by an inch, it was a ball at 100.
You mentioned catcher struggle. How about umpires?
Yeah, no
with
doubt.
all the movement.
No doubt.
The 2-0. Just missed outside for ball 3. Guardians trailing 2-0 as we play in the top half of the second inning. A couple of men in scoring position. Here comes the pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner. Stephen Kwan continuing a tremendous stretch. He's had some hot stretches in his career.
Right.
This might be the tops. Here's the 3-1. Outside and low, ball 4. Third walk in the inning. The Guardians haven't taken advantage yet, but a great opportunity here for Travis Bazzana. Bases loaded, 2 down. Bazzana walked his first time up. Left-handed batter. The pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. And now we see the pitching coach, Tim Levesque, on his way to the mound. Until August 11th, it had been Mike Maddox, but Maddox was let go on August the 11th, along with assistant pitching coach Darryl Scott and the bullpen coach Dom Cheedy. Sweeping changes made by the Angels with their pitching department, and the numbers bear out that it has been a success.
I will say, since those 3 coaches being let go, which was August 11th, the Angels pitching staff leads the majors with a 2.02 ERA. Very impressive.
And president of baseball operations, on an interim basis, at least for now, John Mozeliak, he said they wanted to get a little bit more technical if they could. And we'll explain if we have a chance. The 1-0 in tight, 2-0. They have the technology here that most teams have, but apparently it wasn't being used to its fullest, and some of the pitchers complained about that they wanted more on the technology and analytics side. Here's the 2-0 on the outside corner for a strike, 2-1.
Well, it's not something we've heard a lot of in today's day and age. We want more technology, please. But I do think there is a place in the game for certain aspects of that.
The 2-1 on the outside corner, strike 2 call.
That was a good pitch right there. Nice changeup. Very well executed, and it looks like that mound visit may have awoken Urania out there.
Now the 2-2. Swung on, and there's a high pop-up, shallow left near the line. Long run for anyone, but here comes the left fielder, and making the catch is Campero to retire Bazzana and the Guardians. Frustrating inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. They do not score, and we head to the bottom of the second. Angels 2, Guardians nothing.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
Hey Cleveland, are you looking to score big with your home equity? Union Home Mortgage will help you unlock the value of your home and fund the promises you've made to yourself and your family. Visit UHM.com and score financial freedom today.
Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229.
Stuck in a dead-end job? Kick your career into high gear through a building trades apprenticeship. Ohio is calling up the next generation of skilled tradespeople across the state. We're hiring electricians, plumber, pipe fitters, iron workers, sheet metal workers, bricklayers, cement masons, boiler makers, roofers, insulators, laborers, elevator constructors, and painters and glazers. Don't miss your shot at big money and full benefits in a construction apprenticeship. Are you ready to build your future? Start your application today at OhioConstructionTrades.com.
Every small business owner dreams of hitting a home run. For me, that home run was finding Gusto, the online payroll and benefits software built for small businesses. Gusto is all-in-one, remote-friendly, and covers all your bases. You can pay, hire, onboard, and support your team from anywhere with unlimited payroll runs and no surprise fees. Go to Gusto.com today and see why over 500,000 small businesses call Gusto their MVP. That's Gusto.com. Gusto.com.
Check in for Cleveland's news, talk, and sports.
See what's happening
on WTAM 1100.
Gavin Williams back to work, bottom of the second inning, and he fires a strike on the inside corner to second baseman Christian Moore. Moore just back up from the minor leagues, playing in only his 10th game here tonight. The pitch. And that's upstairs for a ball. 1-1 the count. It's 2-0 Angels. A 2-run home run from Vaughn Grissom in the first inning, doing the damage. Now the 1-1 pitch. Down low. 2-1 the count. Fans, whenever the Guardians win, your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers will donate $500 to Cleveland Guardians charities to support expanded access to youth sports in Cleveland. Next pitch to Moore is upstairs for a ball. Christian Moore, a former top pick of the Angels in the draft of 2024. Here's the 3-1. On the outside corner for a strike. 3-2 the count. He was picked 8th overall in that draft. And made his major league debut last summer, the 5th player from that draft to debut. Well, it seems like everybody in the first round is here in the big leagues. The 3-2 swung on and he hammers one high and deep to left. Way back there, and that ball is gone. Into the bullpen. Another home run for the Angels, and they now lead it 3-0.
I wasn't sure, even with the weather being warm, if that ball was going to sneak out of here in left field. But it did just get over the fence.
Yeah, first home run on the season for Christian Moore. And Gavin Williams now with 28 home runs allowed this season. Gustavo Campero steps in. Here's the pitch. And the left-handed hitter takes a strike on the outside corner. You know, we haven't seen the Guardians have to be in comeback mode all that much in their recent hot stretch. The 0-1, swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. They've been playing with leads, getting that good pitching. The offense will need to do damage here tonight against a really tough starting pitcher. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back into the net.
Well, it's not like the offense has not had their chances, at least early here in this game. So if you are looking for some signs of positivity, that's certainly one. They've made Reyna work significantly here the first 2 innings.
Here's the 0-2. Outside and high for a ball.
But like we've seen all season, or most of the season, finding that big hit in those situations has eluded this team.
Here's the 1-2. Down low, 2-2. It's come along a little bit during the month of August.
Yes.
So they're battling some early challenges here tonight, but a lot of baseball left. We're only in the bottom of the second inning. Here's the 2-2. Outside and high for ball 3. And Williams just not looking like he has settled in yet and as sharp as we've seen recently. The big right-hander lets it fly on 3-2. Swung on, and that's lined foul down the right side. Another hard-hit ball by an Angels batter. Gustavo Campero, parts of 9 years in the minor leagues, and now getting a little more opportunity in the big leagues. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on, grounded near the middle, and on through a base hit into right center field. Campero aboard, still nobody out. Another base runner for the Angels.
Well, this here was a breaking ball that just kind of stayed, again, in the heart of the plate. Another curveball, and not the sweeper in this particular case. 2 separate pitches. Carl coming out to the mound now, probably going to talk about trying to get ahead a little bit more, not trying to be too fine once you do get ahead. That's how you get the hitter back into a count. and allow him to take advantage of those balls middle. When you're in an advantage count, you can maybe get away with a few more of those from here from time to time.
Rare have been the early mound visits by Carl Willis when Gavin Williams is on the mound, but that's the case here tonight in Anaheim with the Angels up 3-0. Dollar Bank is proud to be a banking partner of the Guardians. They have 28 locations across Northeast Ohio, and they're ready to provide solutions to help get you there. Jim Rosenhaus along with Chris Jimenez over from the TV side for this series here in Anaheim. Denzer Guzman steps in, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. Another of the really young Los Angeles Angels, and they got younger at the trade deadline, trading 7 established big leaguers and getting 8 prospects in return. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Most of those prospects are in the minor leagues right now for the Angels. Guzman, another youngster, just 22. The number 8 prospect in the Angels system heading into the season. Batting .227 on the year. 6 homers, 23 driven in. Throw to first, back safely is Campero. Gavin Williams trying to rein it in as the Angels are making him work hard here early. 42 pitches. The pitch, low and outside by a lot.
Yeah, that wasn't a competitive pitch right there by any way, shape, or form. And that's kind of been what I was talking about. If you're in an advantage count like that, going for the kill right there and not trying to be too fine.
Now the 1-2 in the dirt. What a stop by Bailey on a short hop in the other batter's box.
Well, that's why I say catchers are the best athletes right there, Rosie. We're just shortstops with catcher's gear on, and that's exactly what Patrick Bailey looked like right there. Did a great job of kind of sliding himself out into that left-handed batter's box and timing that pick perfectly.
Now the 2-2 from Williams. Swung on, and there's a high pop-up foul and out of play right side. Bailey had the reputation before the Guardians acquired him of being a tremendous defensive catcher. What have you seen that's been really impressive since he got here?
Well, he's certainly been as advertised, and I've been amazed with his quick assimilation to this pitching staff. He was on it from the get-go.
Here's the 2-2. Swung on, looped foul off the netting. And we'll do it again on 2-2.
When you get a guy like Patrick Bailey, who's an established veteran catcher, and he immediately goes out there in his first start and starts commanding certain pitches from these guys that know exactly what they want to do already, that'll tell you something.
The 2-2 in the dirt, and that one pops free on Bailey, gets behind him, and the base runner will move up on the wild pitch. Campero, though, he went limping into second base, and I wonder if he pulled a muscle or cramped on his way to second. But the trainer and manager Kurt Suzuki are on their way to the mound.
I almost wonder if he did get a cramp, because it is a hamstring that he's grabbing. And it certainly looks like he's not feeling too hot right now.
Well, it has been extremely hot here. Even the locals saying how hot it has been. So you wonder if it's a cramping situation or not as they continue to talk it over. Guardians trailing 3-0 as the road trip winds up tomorrow. Boy, Guzman or Campero is coming out of the game. That's it.
He's got a pretty significant limp while doing it.
Jose Siri is going to go in and pinch run for him. And will stay in the game in the outfield. So Siri into the game to pinch run for Campero. But day baseball tomorrow here, a 4:07 Cleveland time first pitch. And then the Guardians back home. They take on the Royals Friday night. Sugardale Dollar Dogs And a post-game fireworks show presented by Hyundai. Plus, it's a free Shirt Friday throwback 1970s t-shirt. Thanks to our friends at Cleveland State. CLEGuardians.com for your tickets. First and lining it down that line in right field for a base hit and more is Guzman. This will score the pinch runner Siri. Into second with a double is Guzman. And it's now 4-0 Angels.
So again, Gavin found himself in a full count having to come in the strike zone. It's a sinker. It's actually above the strike zone. Guzman did a great job of keeping his barrel inside it and shooting this ball down the right field line for an RBI double.
So still nobody out in the inning. A home run, a single, and a double. 2 runs are in. And the number 9 hitter, Adam Frazier, the designated hitter, steps in. Here's the pitch from Williams. Bunt attempt. And a good bunt. Third base side of the mound. Picked up by Williams. Throws to first in time for the out. Guzman advances to third.
Nice bunt here by the veteran Frazier. Knew exactly what he was trying to do. Get that ball down on the ground to the third base side. Forcing Gavin Williams to get off the mound, field the baseball cleanly, and execute the throw.
And now the Guardians have to bring the infield in for Zach Neto at the top of the Angel lineup. He struck out to open tonight's game. Here's the pitch from Williams. Outside, ball 1. It has been anything but easy tonight for Gavin Williams.
It has certainly been a struggle so far early on. 26 pitch first inning, 24 here still in the second.
Next pitch to Neto in the dirt. Gets past Bailey just a little bit and no advance. Guzman remains at third. 4-0 Angels in front and looking for more in this bottom half of the second inning. Here's the pitch from Williams. Fastball strike on the inside corner at 97. Neto, the reigning American League Player of the Week. What a week he had. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball on the inside corner for a strike. Ended up 14 for 28. Had a 7 RBI game against Houston. And he truly has been one of the steady hitters in a lineup that's been in flux for the Angels. Now the 2-2. Swung on, line drive, base hit, center field. That'll bring in another run. As crossing home plate is Guzman on the RBI single by Zach Neto. 5-0 Los Angeles.
Well, this ball was struck pretty hard as well. Gavin did a good job of evening the count. Just challenged him with a fastball, and Neto was ready for it as he hit a screamer right back up the middle. And now the Guards bullpen is active with Matt Festa warming up down there.
Mike Trout, the batter. Throw to first. Neto back safely. Well, certainly that was the danger in Denver, was getting deep into the bullpen early in games. They survived that, and actually the starters did great work getting deep into games in Denver, but it's been a struggle here tonight. The pitch swung on, line foul, first base side. Adam Eaton, the first base coach for the Angels, almost leaned back into that line drive.
It's a good thing he's wiry down there, because that ball was screaming at him too.
Trout singled his first time up, an infield single. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike on the outside corner. 0-2 the count. Trout asks for time.
I don't think he loved the strike 2 call there from Doug Eddings.
The Angels already down to just one challenge, so they'll probably be careful here for a little bit. Quick throw to first, back safely. the base runner, Neto. Now the 0-2 to Trout. Way upstairs. 1-2 the count. A career it has been for Trout, all with the Angels. This is 16th season. 424 home runs. A career batting average of .390. Now the 1-2. Poked foul at home plate. He just stayed alive on a breaking ball. Now, if he can stay healthy, he might have more games played this year than he's had in a long
Quite
time.
some time, yeah.
Did play 130 a year ago, and he's got a good chance to pass that. This game number 114 for him. The 1-2 upstairs, 2-2.
What do you think? Hall of Famer for you?
Yes.
Me too.
Absolutely.
No question.
Yep. 3 MVPs.
Yeah.
That would do it. And over 400 home runs. Now the 2-2 pitch. Down low, ball 3. Boy, it is just not there tonight for Williams. He's at 60 pitches, and we're only in the second inning. 34 this inning. And I am sure in that Cleveland dugout, they're trying to be very careful with these starters down the stretch. That there's some concern pitch count-wise in one inning.
My guess is this is potentially his last batter here.
The 3-2, there goes the runner, and the pitch is fouled back and out of play. So we'll do it again on 3-2. Neto, he has 18 stolen bases on the season. He's been caught 11 times, so not a good percentage. But some pretty good speed over there at first. Another payoff pitch coming with 1 out. Here it is. There goes the runner, and the pitch is up high for ball 4. Trout works a walk. That's the first allowed by Gavin Williams, and it will be the last. Here comes Stephen Vogt. Boy, a shocker tonight in Anaheim. Gavin Williams so steady all season long, does not make it out of the second inning. We'll take a timeout. It's a Spartan Storm Shield call to the bullpen. Spartan Storm Shield, the roof system to last your lifetime. Visit SpartanStormShield.com. It is the Angels 5, the Guardians nothing. We're back with more on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Guardians fans, is your roof hiding a secret? Even minor storm damage, left unchecked, can lead to costly repairs. Spartan Storm Shield, a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians, invites you to get a complimentary roof analysis to catch problems early. Protect your home field advantage. Our family-owned roofing company can deliver the roof system to last your lifetime. Call 330-SPARTAN or visit SpartanStormShield.com today.
Since day one of your child's life, you've been all hands in. At Cleveland Clinic Children's, we make our patients a very similar promise to be the hands you can trust, no matter what specialty care is needed. As Northeast Ohio's trusted children's hospital, when their health needs a helping hand, put their care in hands you trust. Learn more at clevelandclinicchildrens.org/hands.
Your life's on your phone. Your vehicle should be too. When you download the Spitzer VIP app, convenience is #1. View vehicle health. Get important alerts. Schedule service in seconds. Earn reward points. Plus, new vehicles come with complimentary oil changes and a lifetime warranty at no cost to you. It's all trackable in the Spitzer VIP app. From GPS to live chat support, 100% convenience is here 24/7. Download today. Wag more. Spend less at Spitzer. Proud sponsor of the Guardians.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
This is Bill Wells. We'll catch up with Tom Hamilton, talk Guardians, 8:45 in the morning, WTAM 1100.
Right-hander Matt Festa on to pitch for the Guardians, who trail 5-0 in the bottom half of the second inning, and the Angels still working on it with runners at first and second and 1 away. They have chased the starter, Gavin Williams. Here's Festa's pitch. Nope, he steps off, checks the runner back to second base. Moises Ballesteros, the batter. Matt Festa, he's on for the 57th time. He's 2-3, an ERA of 3.81. Here's the pitch, and it's upstairs for ball one. Well, it's 5-0 Angels, so a long way to go in this one. And obviously the Guardians trying to get back in it. Sure. But short term, they're trying to manage the bullpen the remainder of the night now, as the next pitch is up high for a ball. 2-0 the count. How much do they have to lean on certain pitchers that could impact tomorrow's game?
Correct. That's the tough thing. Not getting out of the second inning certainly puts a little extra pressure on those guys.
The 2-0 is swung on and fouled back. Out of play, just off to our right, or left, excuse me. Chris Antonetti over there, president of baseball ops, in town with the ball club here in Anaheim. 2-1 the count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Good fastball that time, and Ballesteros chased it upstairs. Ballesteros, big man. If you looked up, like, prototypical 1950s catcher, he's got the catcher's body. It's changed a little bit in recent years.
So you saying I wasn't prototypical
No,
then, right?
I don't,
okay, good.
No. The 2-2. Swung on, fouled back. Patrick Bailey, I mean, he walked by and said, if I didn't know he was a catcher, you wouldn't know.
You're exactly right.
Yeah. But this guy,
this young man here at the plate, you definitely would think, okay, I think I know where you may play. You're either a DH full-time or you can catch.
A sturdy build.
Sturdy is a good way to put it.
Ballesteros, there go the runners, and the pitch is swung on and fouled back. And we'll do it again on 2-2. The Cubs loved him. He was their top prospect. Saw plenty of Major League time this season with Chicago. But at the trade deadline, they needed an arm for their bullpen and acquired Ryan Zefferjon from the Angels. And this is what they parted with.
Yeah, the price was certainly steep for quality relievers.
The 2-2, breaking ball down low. 3-2 the count. And we'll see how much the Guardians can get from Festa tonight. I imagine Logan Allen can give them some length.
Right.
The 3-2, swung on, yanked foul over to the Guardians dugout on the first base side. Five runs on 6 hits and an error for the Angels. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for Cleveland. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him to chase upstairs for the second out in the inning. And with runners at first and second, the cleanup hitter, Vaughn Grissom, steps in. Yeah, he gave the big jump to the Angels in the first inning. 2-run home run. And they've scored 3 more here in the second. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's lifted to center. Shallow charging in, Halpin, and he makes the running catch to retire Grissom and the Angels here in the second. But we'll head to the third with Los Angeles out to the big early lead. 5-0, the Angels over the Guardians.
Mitchell's Ice Cream, handcrafting ice cream for Cleveland since 1999. Made at our Ohio City kitchen using fresh ingredients from Northeast Ohio family farms and exceptional organic and fair trade ingredients from around the world. Stop into a Mitchell's or find us at your local grocer. More at mitchellshomemade.com.
2026 will be a banner year as we celebrate 50 years of the Greater Cleveland Sports Hall of Fame. Our brand new museum features interactive displays and unique storytelling of our region's greatest athletes and personalities. 540 legends from Jesse Owens to Carol Heiss-Jenkins, Katie Moon, and Stipe Miocic. Visit clevelandsportshall.com to learn how your nonprofit youth sports group could earn grant funding. Follow us on X, Instagram, and all social media. Rosie here. You know catchers are a lot like the Rose Home Service Program, always protecting home. The Rose Home Service Program keeps your home pest-free year-round. You can choose from 3 options, basic, advantage, or premium. Each addresses different needs, budgets, and comes with a dedicated technician. Pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Cowboys and cowgirls, it's back! The Kalahari Food and Not Just Wine Festival is returning to Sandusky, Ohio with a Stars, Stripes, and Spurs celebration of flavor. Dig in on award-winning bites from Kalahari, live entertainment, and not just wine, with samples from over 75 regional beverage brands. The Kalahari Food and Not Just Wine Festival on Saturday, August 29th. Tickets on sale now at KalahariResorts.com/festival.
Cleveland's news, talk, and sports on WTAM 1100 and on 106.9 FM.
Guardians down 5-0, and Jose Ramirez leading things off takes strike one from Walbert Urena, the hard-throwing rookie right-hander. The 0-1 swung on, lifted foul, and out of play. That's off to the third base side. Guardians trailing here by a bunch with a long way to go. Top half of the third. One way to get back in. Here's the 0-2. Outside and high. 1-2. If we give away a car this inning,
that's right.
They're back in the game.
I like the sound of that.
It is the Hyundai Grand Slam giveaway inning. There's a swing and a foul back. Just off to our left, upstairs. Michael Goller of Wadsworth is our contestant tonight. Guardians hit a grand slam here in the third. Michael Goller of Wadsworth wins a Hyundai Kona, courtesy of your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Pitch to Hosey, swing and a miss. Got him out front. Up, tipped it. So, or did he? Hosey talking about it with Doug Eddings, and now he heads back to the dugout. So he did indeed strike out.
I don't know if that ball was actually dropped by Ballesteros or not. Oh, that was caught clean. On the transfer, as they say.
Joe Adell, the batter, takes a strike on the inside corner. Adell, he was retired on a great play by the third baseman Guzman back in the first inning. And he takes some chin music up and in for a ball. 1-1 the count. By the way, if you want to enter and have your chance to win a brand new Hyundai Kona, visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com.
Oh.
And there's a blast foul, deep foul down the left side, well into the upper deck.
Wow. He got barrel on that one, but was just a bit early. That ball went over the Angels dugout about 530 feet into the third deck.
Joe Adell doesn't get cheated on his swings very often.
No, he doesn't. That was awesome.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Adell down on strikes. Third strikeout for Urena. And again, there were some opportunities in the first two innings. You feel like with this guy, you better get him or it's going to be tough.
Yeah, against elite pitchers, guys with great stuff, you have to take advantage of those guys early in the baseball game because they settle in.
Nathaniel Lowe, the batter, takes one down low for a ball.
You let a guy like this settle in, it's pretty much game over with this kind of stuff.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Off speed on the outside corner. Strike one. Again, you're right. It's the power arm, but the secondary stuff. That completes the package for Urena.
In a situation like this where he's been spotted a 5-run lead, it may give him the opportunity to go out there and throw some more fastballs. Let the movement on that pitch do its job.
A 1-1. Swung on, pulled foul over to the on-deck circle on the first base side. 1-2 the count.
I think Nate wants that one back, though. He got a little spinner right down the heart of the plate. It was just a hair early.
Next pitch, down low for a ball. 2-2 the count. Well, it has not been an easy season for the Angels as they came in second worst record in the American League, just ahead of the Athletics. The 2-2 swung on, line drive, base hit center field. Nathaniel Lowe continues to swing a hot bat for Cleveland.
Well, this was a great swing. Again, just complete barrel here from Nathaniel Lowe. Line drive up the middle. Didn't try to do too much. Again, just a true professional at bat there. Nice, smooth, easy swing.
Now Angel Martinez, a walk his first time up. Guardians down 5-0. Third inning, the pitch. And it's on the outside corner for a strike.
Now the key here for the Guardians, you're not going to get all these runs back in one swing. So you got to continue to fight. You got to scratch and you got to claw.
Martinez lines one to left. Right there, Jose Siri makes the catch. Side retired. Base hit left stranded. We head to the bottom of the third inning. It's the Angels 5, the Guardians 0.
Spinning your wheels trying to find a great deal on new tires? Stop going round and round. Just get to your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer, your go-to for new tires. Really, they take care of everything. Whatever you drive, any make or model, they've got you covered with a great selection of major tire brands expertly installed by certified pros. Plus, they're priced to compete, and you might be surprised how well they stack up. So for new tires, get to your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer. Then roll out confidently.
Back to savings at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get a free MicroGuard Select oil filter when you buy 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic Motor Oil. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget? KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank, member FDIC.
Hey, sports fans, there's no better feeling than when you're watching your team dominate. But remember, when the offseason comes, you can still channel your team spirit with a fresh coat of color. Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make every day feel like game day with over 1,700 colors and a top-tier coaching staff to bring the energy of your team spirit home. Shop online or visit your neighborhood store today.
Check in for Cleveland's news, talk, and sports. See what's happening on WTAM 1100.
5-0 Angels. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Reliever Matt Festa is on. He came on last inning for the starter, Gavin Williams. And his first pitch is upstairs for ball one to Josh Lowe. Lowe struck out his first time up. Next pitch from Festa, swung on and launched high and deep but foul down the right side. Not a play. Final line for Gavin Williams tonight. Inning and a third. He allowed 6 hits, 5 runs, walked 1, struck out 3, couple of home runs in there. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Upstairs for a ball, 2-1. And not only Gavin Williams, but any of the Guardian starters, when they don't make it out of the second inning, that is a big-time rarity. The 2-1, outside, 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, just a rarity in general, but especially with this streak that they've been on. Yeah, that's only the third inning, or the third time in 27 starts now for Gavin. He hasn't made it through 5 innings.
The 3-1, high and away, ball 4. Lowe walks to open the bottom half of the third inning. First walk allowed by Festa. Here comes Christian Moore. Moore homered to open last inning. His first home run of this season after he hit 7 a year ago in his rookie Major League season. Right-handed hitter out of the University of Tennessee. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on, a check swing actually, fouled off. 0-1 the count. Reminder from Cleveland Clinic, early detection can be a home run for your health. Learn about lung cancer screenings and Cleveland Clinic's expert care by visiting clevelandclinic.org/lung cancer care. Here's the pitch to Moore, and it's in tight for a ball. 1-1 the count on Christian Moore. Low off the bag at first. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball missed inside. Counts now 2-1 on Moore. We're at Angels Stadium in Anaheim, California. One of the older ballparks in baseball now. Here's the 2-1. Yep, throw to first. Back safely. Is low. This ballpark opened back in 1966. The Angels, they started in 1961, but they didn't have their own place to play for a while. Now the 2-1. Swung on, popped him up. On the infield, Lowe had gone with the pitch, so he has to scramble back as Rocchio makes the catch, the shortstop, and Lowe was able to make it back to first base.
Well, that ball was hit a mile high in the air, and that's the only thing that allowed Lowe to get back to first base, as he had no idea this ball was put in play. Travis was on it with a great fake over there, a head-first slide into second base, and is still able to get himself back before the ball was caught.
Jose Siri with his first at-bat. Came on as a pinch runner after Gustavo Campero had to leave with a hamstring injury. The pitch to Siri is down low for ball one. Josh Lowe at first, his brother Nathaniel Lowe holding him on. What do you think those conversations are like?
I was just thinking that, actually. I was wondering if you put a tag a little extra harder on him.
The 1-0, that's on the inside corner for a strike, 1-1.
Festa just picked over, and I was interested to see what that tag would look like. Maybe a little payback for some times as younger kids. Now the 1-1 delivery. Swung on, and that's popped up down the right side, bending foul and out of play. So it's 1-2 to count now. The Lowe brothers, they were in the Tampa Bay Rays organization at the same time, but never in the big leagues at the same time. So in pro ball, they have not played on the same team, but a lot of nights like tonight where they played against each other. Throw to first, good throw, back in time is Lowe. Good move by Festa. It certainly was. Good quick feet there. This may get taken a look at here. It was really close. And they will not look at it. So the at-bat continues with a 1-2 count. Jose Siri, veteran outfielder now. And again, this is first at-bat on the night. Came in hitting .253, 7 homers, 23 driven in, and he swings and misses at the high fastball for strike 3. 2 down in the inning. Second strikeout for Festa. Now Denzer Guzman will step in. Guzman with an RBI double his last time up and later scored. That was in the second. 2 in the first, 3 in the second for the Angels, and they now lead at 5-0 here in the third. Here's Festa's pitch. Swung on, foul back off the netting. Strike 1. But talking about the Big A here, and we hear about the costs of new stadiums, whether it's the NFL, ballparks. It's got usually a B behind it. Yep. Not back in 1966. This place cost only $24 million. That's it, huh? Yeah. Seems like a steal. Now they've spent way more than that on various renovations here. As the Rams, they used to play at the LA Coliseum, but then they came here and they were a tenant here. And when that happened back in the 80s and early 90s, they expanded this and enclosed it all the way around. Here's the 0-1.
Swung on, and there's a high pop-up right side. Foul territory, maybe a play for Lowe, and he makes the catch right in front of the stands for the last out in the inning. We'll talk more about the different iterations of Angels Stadium next half inning. But we can tell you after 3 innings of play here in Anaheim, it's 5-0, the Angels over the Guardians.
It happens every night. The clock strikes dinner, and suddenly it's all you can think about. What's for dinner? That's when you think Stouffer's. Rich, cheesy lasagna, freshly made stuffed peppers, and creamy, comforting mac and cheese. Made with quality ingredients and ready when you are. Dinner solved. When the clock strikes dinner, think Stouffer's.
More flavors, more indulgence, more reasons to choose Perry's ice cream. Richer, creamier, real ice cream in every scoop makes Perry's a home run combination. Whether you're watching the Guardians at home or at the ballpark. From curated classics to bold originals and everything in between, Perry's has a flavor for you. Make every day a winner and treat yourself to Perry's at Progressive Field or find us at your local retailer today. Perry's is a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
With reimagined exhibits, the Cleveland Museum of Natural History invites you to experience science and nature. Select local cities visit free every weekend as part of the Jack Joseph and Morton Mandel Community Days. Go to cmnh.org.
Guardians fans, we know what it takes to protect the land. We play hard, we cheer loud, and we always look out for our team. Now it's time to make a power move for your own health. Getting an HIV test is quick, free, and confidential. It's the ultimate defensive play to protect yourself and your partner. Don't strike out on your health. Visit loveleadshere.org to find a testing site near you or order a free at-home test kit. Know your status. Clear the bases. Protect the land.
The Bloom Daddy Show. People want it. Tomorrow afternoon at 3. We will continue giving it to you on WTAM 1100.
Bottom third of the lineup due in for the Guardians, 4th inning. And a pitch to Patrick Bailey sails low and outside for ball 1 from Walbert Urania, who has limited Cleveland to just 2 hits, and he's working with a 5-run lead. A 1-0, yanked foul by Bailey off the facing of his own dugout. And quickly it's 1-1. Just a couple other footnotes on Anaheim Stadium, Angels Stadium here in Anaheim. There's the 1-1. Down low, 2-1. The Rams were here from 1979 until they left for St. Louis in the early 90s. And once they did, they reopened the outfield area, took down that upper deck that circled the ballpark. Next pitch is outside and high. And that's when they put the waterfall out there, the rock formation. And really try to personalize it for baseball. And this place was as loud as they come for a while. The 3-1 inside ball 4. Back when the Angels won the World Series in 2002, and for most of that decade, this was a really tough place to play.
It really was. Even into the, Team 2000s, this place was really difficult to come into. And of course, they were in the playoffs like seemingly every single year. And then Mike Trout came along.
Petey Halpin, the batter, takes a pitch down low. Remember they had the Thundersticks during the...
Absolutely. Thundersticks, the Rally Monkeys.
Yes. I mean, you were dealing with a lot if you were with the opposition.
You certainly were. And the noise, to your point.
Here's the 1-0. Swung on, chopped foul. I mean, look, the Dodgers will always be number 1 in Southern California, but for a while there, the Angels had a pretty good niche. Fans enjoy coming here to Orange County. And they had a really good following, but they have struggled mightily, have not been in the postseason since 2014, and that now time is called. And one really neat piece of trivia: the first game here was Angels-White Sox back in April of 1966. White Sox won that game 3-1. Here comes the 1-1. to Halpin. Swung on, and it's a tapper foul outside of first. The winning pitcher in that game, Tommy John.
No kidding.
Yep. Passed away last week, one of the great pitchers of his era, and of course, a trailblazer for
certain.
The revolutionary surgery. But he was the winning pitcher in the first game here. Next pitch, outside for a ball. That was pre-Tommy John surgery.
Yes, exactly.
Nobody knew what that was at that point. He still had a good arm that he was blessed with. And then it broke down on him, but they fixed him up with a revolutionary new surgery, and he had a tremendously long career.
26 years, I believe? Is that what it was?
Just under 300 wins. And you just wondered, Chris, that alone in today's day and age should get him in the Hall of Fame anyway. But his time on the regular ballot came and went. There's a swing and a tapper foul.
Well, I think the way, the voting has taken place in the past, it will have to change a little bit. You got the COVID year that now, certain players are going to have to deal with. You almost wonder, when Jose decides to retire.
The 2-2 swung on, and that's looped to shallow center. Coming on, Trout. He makes a diving attempt, and he made the catch. Vintage Mike Trout right there with a running, tumbling grab coming in on that sinking liner to take the base hit away from Petey Halpin.
Well, this was all about the jump. He was on it from the get-go. Again, you think of a guy that probably knows this ballpark better than anybody from that vantage point. Did a great job of keeping that ball in front of him and the glove behind it. Nice diving forward catch.
Ryan Rocchio, the batter, takes a pitch outside for ball one. At this stage, Trout not quite as dynamic defensively as he once was, but you mentioned it earlier, he wants to play center field as often as possible. Here's the pitch. Low and in for a ball.
I think that shows something, too, that, he hasn't just given up on it yet. He's not willing to just relegate himself to a DH. He knows it keeps him actively involved in the game, able to help in more ways than just with his bat.
Here's Ureña's pitch. On the inside corner for a strike. 2-1 the count. Just to put a wrap on Tommy John discussion. Tommy John, in his major league career, 288 wins.
Good enough for me.
The 2-1 bounced in there, gets away from the catcher. That will allow Bailey to move up. And yes, 26 years on the mound and a revolutionary surgery.
Yeah, I mean, just amazing. And I believe the revolutionary surgery he pitched 14 years after, if I'm not mistaken. Might have been
right.
12. Just absolutely incredible. And again, shows the longevity of what players used to do.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Had him out front. He had the surgery in 1975, missed that year. And then came back in 1976 and did not retire until after the 1989 season. Now the 3-2. Swung on, grounded sharply to the second baseman Moore. He has it, throws on to first for the out. 2 down in the inning. Bailey remains at second. And now it's back to the top of the lineup for Stephen Kwan. 5-0, Angels in front. Get our injury report this half inning, presented by Elk & Elk, Serious Lawyers for serious injuries. Good news on the Slade Ciccone front. He was scheduled to pitch for Columbus tonight. Try and get you some numbers on that in a little bit. Ciccone with some arm fatigue, but making his way back. Reese Hoskins, lower back issue. He's on the injured list. Here's the pitch to Kwan. Fastball outside, ball one. On the other side for the Angels, Nolan Shawnuel, a really good first baseman. He's out with an intercostal muscle strain, the 1-0. Inside, 2-0 to Kwan.
Those intercostals can be tricky. That's basically a fancy way of saying an oblique.
Now the 2-0, bunted by Kwan, but bunted foul off to the third base side.
Now, you might be wondering why Stephen Kwan would bunt right there, down 5, and a runner at second base with 2 outs and a 2-0 count. The third baseman was playing pretty much in short left field. If he could have got it down in fair territory, it was a guaranteed hit.
Yeah, the Guardians need base runners. The 2-1 down low, 3-1.
Again, I think if you're seeing the ball as well as Stephen Kwan is seeing the ball right now, you're thinking that ball is fair or foul down the line. If it's foul, so be it. I could still hit with a strike.
Here's the 3-1. That's in there for a strike to run the count full. Payoff pitch coming to Kwan. Swung on, ripped foul outside of first. On the Northeast Ohio Ford Dealers out of town scoreboard, the first place White Sox, they were winners tonight over Texas, 11-7. Guardians came in 2.5 back of the White Sox in the AL Central starting play tonight. 3-2 pitch, swung on, and that's launched. Foul, right side and out of play. We were talking about it before the game. Can the White Sox hold up? Pitching-wise, right? Boy, they've had some high-scoring games here in recent weeks. The 3-2 swung on, broken bat roller, third base, and that's going to sit on the grass, and Kwan will be safe at first base with a broken bat roller about 45 feet. Bailey ends up at third.
See, Rosie, exit velocity is not everything. Holy smokes, this bat broke into at least 3 or 4 pretty fair good pieces there. This ball got in on Stephen Kwan, did a good job of just fighting it off. But I'm not sure he could have rolled that baseball any better. With a little extra English, that was about as good as that bunt he attempted there in that 2-0 count.
Now Travis Bassana. Here's the pitch to him. He swings and he drives it right center field. Heck, it's down for a base hit. Splits the gap up against the wall. Scoring is Bailey. Headed to third. Holding there is Kwan as Bassana is in at second base with an RBI double. And the Guardians are on the board. It's now the Angels 5, Cleveland 1.
Well, just like that, a little extra life to this offense. Travis Bassana got a 99-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle and did exactly what you're supposed to in that situation. Drive that thing to the pull side gap. Patrick Bailey scores easy from second base. And now we're sitting at second and third here with 2 outs.
Jose Ramirez, the batter, takes a pitch outside for ball 1. RBI number 40 for Bassana. Double number 17.
Wouldn't this be a good time for his first home run off the injured list?
The pitch to Hosey. He rips it foul outside of first.
To be fair, though, to preface that, Rosie, I don't think there's ever a bad time for a homer, but there's certainly really good times for one.
Yes. A few more line drives as time has gone by and he gets further away from that surgery. Here's the pitch to him. On the inside corner for a strike. So 5-1, the Angels lead. But, gosh, you'd take a flare right now that brings in 2.
Single works.
The 1-2. Swung on, line drive, base hit, right center again. This one headed to the gap. 2 runs will score. Hosey's on his way to second, in with a slide. And it's a 2-run double for Jose Ramirez. And this one just got a little tighter. Angels 5, Guardians 3, as Cleveland has struck for 3 runs here in the 4th.
Well, just an unbelievable job by your franchise icon. 2 at-bats for Jose Ramirez before this one. 2 strikeouts, both on changeups down and away. What do you think he got this time? A changeup, and he did not miss it.
So for Jose Ramirez, double number 21. Now with 41 runs batted in. Tim Levesque, the interim pitching coach, is out to the mound to have a chat with Urania. giving us a chance to pause 10 seconds. Station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeartRadio station.
Jim Rosenhaus along with Chris Jimenez back with you in Anaheim, along with Mike Noto, our on-site engineer, and Brian Motze back at command center. It was not the pitching coach, Tim Levesque. It was Kurt Suzuki. The night is done in the fourth inning for Walbert Urena. As the Guardians strike for 3 runs, we'll have a pitching change. I'll tell you about the new pitcher after this.
Are you ready to join a winning team? Like the Guardians, SwageLock is proud to call Northeast Ohio home. As a leading manufacturer of fluid system solutions, our products can be found all over the world. We are one of the largest employers in the Cleveland area and an award-winning workplace. Discover where stability meets opportunity with a career at SwageLock. We're hiring and invite you to explore open jobs at jobs.swagelock.com. That's jobs.swagelock.com.
Our fantasy commish says for him it's all about the friendships. Cute, but I play to win. Like with Bet365. I get paid the second my team goes up big with early payout, and I get profit boost before the game starts with Early Bird Special. Enjoy the friends, Kevin. I'll take the wins on Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Claim an app. T&Cs apply.
Medical Mutual knows small businesses are a big deal. That's why they partner with the Council of Smaller Enterprises, better known as COSI, to offer health benefit options for companies with 1 to 50 employees. The COSI benefit plan provides the same great benefits as large corporations, but on a small group budget. Join more than 7,900 small businesses that offer the COSI benefit plan to their employees. Talk to your broker or visit COSIbenefitplan.com/join now. Medical Mutual, the official health insurer of the Cleveland Guardians.
This is Bill Wills. Tomorrow morning at 7:45, a $100 gas card you could win at WTAM 1100.
Jose Fermin, a right-hander, on to pitch for the Angels, and he fires a strike on the outside corner to Joe Adell, and he's quickly ahead 0-2 on Adell. Adell, the tying run at the plate. Angels leading 5-3 with Jose Ramirez out at second. Here's the pitch. Down low for a ball. 1-2 the count. 3 runs on the board already this inning for Cleveland. And their top run producer for the last 3 weeks is at the plate, Joe Adell. 13 runs batted in his last 6 games. The 1-2. Down low. 2-2 the count.
Well, he hasn't had an RBI yet tonight, so it's a good time to continue that streak.
He's due.
He's certainly due. It's been too many at-bats.
18 runs batted in his 18 games with Cleveland coming in. 80 on the year total. Here's the pitch. He swings, chops it to third. Up with it, Guzman throws to first. Low. In time at first with a great scoop by Grissom. And Adell's retired on a close play to end the inning. But the Guardians score 3 and will head to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Angels 5, the Guardians 3.
Are you ready to join a winning team? Like the Guardians, SwageLock is proud to call Northeast Ohio home. As a leading manufacturer of fluid system solutions, our products can be found all over the world. We are one of the largest employers in the Cleveland area and an award-winning workplace. Discover where stability meets opportunity with a career at SwageLock. We're hiring and invite you to explore open jobs at jobs.swagelock.com. That's jobs.swagelock.com.
Hey Guardians fans, are you thinking of consolidating your debt with a home equity loan? With the average homeowner having over $200,000 of home equity, hit it out of the park with Union Home Mortgage, the official mortgage partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto. Wouldn't it be nice to have a reliable Medicare plan so you can focus on all the things that matter to you? Well, with United Healthcare Medicare plans, that's exactly what you get. Support every step of the way. In fact, 4 out of 5 members are satisfied with the benefits and coverage provided by their United Healthcare Medicare plan. Count on United Healthcare to be there with Medicare coverage for your whole life ahead. Learn more at uhc.com.
Win a trip to Vegas and $1,000 tomorrow after the news at 9, 1, and 5 on WTAM 1100.
New pitcher on for the Guardians as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning here in Anaheim. It's already their 3rd pitcher on the night. Right-hander Craig Yoho. He'll face the number 9 hitter Adam Frazier. Frazier sack bunt his first time up, and he takes a fastball strike from Yoho. The right-hander acquired from the Brewers just prior to the trade deadline. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, and that's looped toward the bag at second. Couple of hops for Rocchio. Fields and throws, and he gets him at first. Tricky play, but Rocchio smoothed it out nicely.
It really was, and you almost thought that ball might hit second base because it was kind of squibbed up the middle off the end of the bat. Brian Rocchio did a good job of playing that thing just off that hop off the base there and securing the ball and finishing out the play.
Now Zach Neto at the top of the lineup. He shows bunt, pulls it back, pitches down low for ball 1. Yoho had a couple of rough ones early when he first got to Cleveland, but now he's starting to settle in a bit.
Right.
Here's the 1-0. Change up, down low, 2-0.
I think this is
the catcher's challenge the pitch.
A good challenge.
You think?
This certainly looked close to me, at least.
Here we go. ABS says.
Here we go.
Indeed.
All right.
Boy,
the pitch is a strike. Cleveland has 2 more challenges.
That had a lot of the strike zone.
I was going to say, I certainly thought it looked like it was a strike.
You and Patrick Bailey are on the same page. And that's a good thing. Here comes the 1-1. In there for a strike. 2-1. Or 1-2, excuse me. Neto, one of the fine young shortstops in the game today. An RBI single in 2 trips tonight. 5-3, Angels in front. We're only in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the 1-2. Down low, 2-2. The Angels took a 5-0 lead in this one. But, again, it's a different Cleveland offense now. Earlier in the year, you might have said,
yes. I think that's a fantastic point. There's really a different vibe in this offense now.
The 2-2 pitch is chopped foul at home plate. And as has been the custom so often, really the last decade plus, Cleveland, it's been a second-half team, and they get to this point in the schedule, and things really start to fall into place. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. There's that changeup again. Neto down on strikes.
Saw 5 consecutive changeups there from Craig Yoho, and this one was disgusting. It took a right-hand turn down and in, almost like acting like a left-handed slider there to Zach Neto. Not a fun feeling by any way, shape, or form.
Now Mike Trout, fastball, misses outside and high for ball 1. Trout tonight has reached on an infield single and walked. And he's made a great catch in center. The 1-0. Outside and low, 2-0.
Well, there was a time in this man's career that you got to this count and you just put 4 fingers up.
The 2-0. That's in there for a strike. 2-1.
That's how good Mike Trout was. I mean, there were not a lot of places that you could go within the strike zone that he could not hit a ball a long way.
The 2-1, swing and a miss. 2-2 to count. Good cutter that time.
That was a really
Yoho.
good cutter, and they did a great job of 2 fastballs before that, mixing in that cutter there. Now, you can see that Mike's looking for that changeup.
The 2-2 misses outside.
That is Yoho's bread and butter. And after 5 consecutive changeups to Neto the at-bat before, you got to think he's looking for that.
The 3-2 swung on and blasted left center field way back there, and that ball bangs off the base of the wall. On it quickly as Halpin throws to second, but Trout's in with a stand-up double.
And surprise, surprise, what do you think he hit? The changeup. Well, there's still a little juice left in that tank. He got one that he liked. He put a pretty good swing on it.
Boy, with the changeup, you've got to have that good location.
That thing's got to be fading down below the plate. That ball was about 3 feet away from being a home run for Mike Trout.
Moises Ballesteros steps in. Here's the pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. Ballesteros been up twice, struck out twice.
Ball from Mike Trout, 111 miles an hour off the bat.
Now the 1-0. Off speed, catches the outside corner. 1-1. 5-3, Angels lead. Bottom of the 4th. On a hot night again in Southern California, 87 degrees at game time. The 1-1. Fastball missed inside, 2-1. A little more humid here than we're
it certainly is. And again, we talked to some folks today that were talking about this being very uncommon for this time of the year.
The 2-1 pitch from Yoho. Swung on, popped up foul and out of play, third base side. Tomorrow's supposed to be a hot one.
Yes, it is.
Temperature predicted to be in the upper 90s tomorrow. With plenty of sunshine. Day baseball, 4:07 Cleveland time, first pitch. The 2-2. Low and outside, ball 3. Then an off day Thursday, back home Friday to open a 10-game homestand. 3 with the Royals, 3 with the Blue Jays, 4 with Detroit.
Big series.
The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the change. Side retired. Yoho works around the double by Trout, and we'll head to the 5th. It's the Angels 5, the Guardians 3.
Get Cleveland clean at Clean Express Auto Wash and wash anywhere with our Wash Smart Unlimited membership that you can use at every location for one low price. Learn more at cleanexpresswash.com. Proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
This season, PNC and the Guardians are going to bat for small business. This month's winning business is Jim Aleshi's Place. This family-owned and operated Italian import and specialty food store in Solon is best known for its deli, bakery, and catering. As a proud part of the Solon community since 1991, Aleshi's has served as a welcoming place where great food and community come together for lunch, catered events, and family celebrations. Come discover the taste of Italy by visiting their store at 32910 Solon Road today.
Rosie here. Can't handle a lineup of pests? Make a call to the bullpen. The Rose Home Service Program mows down pests year-round. Based on your needs and budget, you can choose from basic, advantage, or premium levels, and each comes with a dedicated technician. The program keeps you ahead of pest invasions all year long. Pest problems? The Rose Home Service Program is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Meet water's bubblier and more energetic best friend. Bubbler antioxidant sparkling water. With tons of flavors, there's one for every occasion. Heading to the beach and need a boost of natural caffeine with 0 grams of sugar? Tropical Dreamer has you covered. Interviewing for your dream job? Pop the top on a triple berry breezer. The tasty trio will have you bringing your A game. Roll the windows down, turn the radio up, and take a sip of Twisted Elixir, the perfect road trip companion. There's a benefit in every bubble and a happier you just waiting to rise up. Pick up yours today at Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Guardians.
Make WTAM 1100 a preset on our free iHeartRadio app and listen to Guardians Baseball.
Guardians down by 2 as we reach the 5th inning here in Anaheim. Nathaniel Lowe, the batter, facing right-hander Jose Fermin, came on last inning. Here's the pitch, and it's down low for ball 1. Lowe, 1 for 2. He singled his last time up in the third. Fermin took over for Walbert Urania last inning and got the final out in the inning. The 1-0. Strike called on the outside corner. Urania only goes 3 2/3. Allowed 3 runs, 2 earned on 5 hits. Walked 5. That was the big number. And struck out 3. The 1-1. Just a bit down low. 2-1 the count.
We're getting good professional take right there from Nathaniel Lowe. Got to look up against this guy. Change up plays right here.
The 2-1 swung on, lined foul off the netting down the right side. 2-2. Boy, whether they're fair or foul, Lowe seems to hit line drives every time up.
He certainly does not seem to hit a lot of balls soft.
Big left-handed hitter.
Yes. Controls the strike zone, fills up the batter's box.
The 2-2 swung on, ground ball to the second baseman Moore. He's up with it. Throws on to first for the out. 1 down here in the 5th. And that'll bring up Angel Martinez. Hey, when you've got rust to bust, use PB Blaster, a Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster, always work it like a pro. Martinez with a walk and a line out to left. Switch hitter left side. The pitch from Fermin is swung on and popped up. Foul. This one comes back and out of play behind home plate. Now the 0-1 pitch to Martinez. Swung on, bouncing ball right side on through. Base hit for Angel Martinez to right field. So Martinez now 1 for 2 with a walk. Here's Patrick Bailey. He's been up twice, walked twice, and scored a run. Jose Fermin on the season. 41 appearances, 4-2 the record, an ERA of 3.09. Here's the pitch, and it catches the outside corner for a strike.
Good pitch right there from Fermin. We talked about the changeup and the slider being Fermin's best pitch. I'm sure Patrick Bailey's sitting there looking for that particular pitch in this situation.
The 0-1, that's in there. Strike 2 called on the fastball that time at 96. Martinez, pretty good speed over there at first base. The pitch to Bailey. Swung on and foul tipped at home plate. 0-2 the count on Bailey as that got a piece of the catcher Ballesteros. Same 2 clubs tomorrow afternoon, the series and road trip finale for the Guardians. 4:07 first pitch. It'll be Joey Cantillo looking for win number 10 against right-hander Grayson Rodriguez, who was acquired in a deal with the Orioles in the offseason. Finally pitching healthy again. Now the 0-2. Swung on, fouled back. Big cut by Bailey.
Good swing right there, too. Just missed it. Really good pass here. This is a sinker at the very top of the strike zone, right in the heart of the plate. Those are the ones that, in your mind, you see going a long way.
Here's the 0-2. Down low for a ball. 1-2 the count on Bailey.
Again, good take on the slider there from Patrick Bailey. This year against right-handed sliders in particular, he's hitting .296. So you hope Fermin has a chance to just throw one of those spinners right down the middle and let's have a little fun.
Here's the 1-2 from Fermin. Swung on, chopped foul off the foot of Bailey, and he'll hop around behind home plate. Doesn't seem fair on a night when you're catching that you foul one off your foot.
Well, Chad Wolf's trying to come out and he's waving him off, so I guess he's all right. But I agree, they take enough bumps and bruises as that thing looked like almost the back part of his front foot. Oh, my goodness.
It seems like an odd angle to be able to get there.
Again, slider kind of coming down and in towards back foot.
Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Bailey caught looking for the second out in the inning.
That was about as perfect of a pitch as you could throw. I mean, a perfect sinker in the bottom outer third of the plate. Not much Patrick Bailey can do about that, but lick your wounds and walk back to the dugout.
Petey Halpin, the batter. Here's Fermin's pitch, and it's inside for ball 1. You were mentioning last night, Halpin, during his senior year of high school, family moved down to this part of California from Northern California. One of the travel ball teams he played on, the Angels select team, played games here on a regular basis, Wednesday nights a lot. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, line drive, base hit, center field. Headed for second and holding there is Martinez. And Halpin's aboard with his first hit on the night, and the Guardians are at it again. 2 on, 2 gone, trailing 5-3 for Brian Rocchio.
Again, Petey Halpin starting to swing the bat a lot better of late, getting some opportunities, certainly taking advantage of that. Just a nice smooth stroke, not trying to do too much, use the big part of the field, and keep the line moving.
See if Rocchio can keep it moving. He's grounded out twice tonight. Switch hitter, left side, the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Soriano with the slider that time. I believe I said Soriano. Fermin with the slider. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line drive, base hit right field. This will score another run as Martinez comes around third. He will score, and Brian Rocchio comes through with an RBI single, and it's now a one-run game. Guardians still trail, but they pull closer at 5-4.
Well, I'm going to tell you why Brian Rocchio has turned into an unbelievably talented young middle infielder. We're talking about a young man that was sent down to AAA last year to work on at-bats just like we saw right there in situations where we saw him in the past try and launch a 3-run homer, bringing the game to him, slowing the game down, letting it come to him, knowing that a base hit right there does as much damage as a 3-run homer. That's a fantastic at-bat there from Rocchio.
And it brings a visit to the mound by the pitching coach, Tim Levesque. And it's a quick mound visit, as Stephen Kwan will be the batter. With runners at first and second, 2 outs. Guardians once again, a little more success with men in scoring position than had been the case so often this season. And here they are right back in the game. And Stephen Kwan trying to get it done with 2 outs. Already 2 for 2 with a walk. The pitch from Fermin, down low, ball 1. Guardians 4 for 11 with men in scoring position. Here comes the 1-0 to Kwan. That's in there for a strike. That'll even the count at 1-1. Petey Halpin, the base runner at second, as the tying run. Brian Rocchio, the go-ahead run at first. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, line drive, base hit right field. Racing around third, heading for home. Scoring is Halpin. Into third goes Rocchio. Kwan has tied it with an RBI single to right. This one's even at 5.
Just like that. The Guardians find a way to tie this baseball game up. Stephen Kwan got a slider right down the middle, just a spinner. When you've got a guy at the plate that's been as white hot as Stephen Kwan, now his 3rd hit on the evening, just continues to roll along. Fantastic job of, again, continuing to keep the line moving.
And now, Guardians with a great opportunity to take the lead with Rocchio down at third base, Quan on at first. Travis Bazzana will step in. Here's the pitch. And it's on the inside corner for a strike to Bazzana. He's 1 for 2. Drove in the Guardians' first run on the night last inning with a booming double up the alley in right center. Can he put them in front right here? We're in the 5th. The pitch. On the inside corner for a strike. And again, this team confidence through the roof right now. Guessing in that dugout, not too much concern about a 5-run deficit early on. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Bazzana down on strikes, and the side is retired. But the Guardians tie it with 2 more runs, and we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Guardians 5, the Angels 5 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Our fantasy commish says for him it's all about the friendships. Cute, but I play to win. Like with Bet365. I get paid the second my team goes up big with early payout, and I get profit boost before the game starts with Early Bird Special. Enjoy the friends, Kevin. I'll take the wins on Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Claim an app. T&Cs apply.
Swung on. There's a high fly ball. Launched to right field. Home run, Jose Ramirez.
This is Jim Rosenhaus, and you are listening to the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
At Cleveland State University, opportunity is everywhere. This is where hard work pays off and success is earned, not left to chance. Here, you're never on your own. You can chase your dreams, you can change your mind, and if you stumble along the way, try again. There's always room for another comeback story. Opportunity doesn't wait. It works. At Cleveland State, you can. Visit csuohio.edu today. Cleveland State University is a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Dollar Bank is a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Only with Dollar Bank can you get a Cleveland Guardians debit card design and Guardians branded checks. And when you use your card at the Guardians team store online or at Progressive Field, you'll get a great deal on the latest officially licensed MLB gear too. To learn more, visit dollar.bank/baseball. Dollar Bank. Let's get you there.
Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. The perks described herein are subject to change or termination without notice and at the sole discretion of Dollar Bank and or the Cleveland Guardians.
The day's happenings.
Today we learned.
Here's what we know. Every day. In real time. On WTAM 1100.
Left-hander Logan Allen on the pitch for the Guardians. As we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 5-5 the score. Already 16 hits in this game between the two clubs, and Allen's first pitch to Vaughn Grissom sails high and away for ball 1. Grissom put the Angels in front initially with a 2-run home run in the first inning. Angels eventually led 5-0 after 2, but 3 in the 4th, and then 2 more in the top half of this inning. Cleveland has tied it. Next pitch, a strike. Logan Allen, most of his year has been spent with AAA Columbus after being a regular part of that rotation last year. And there's a swing and a high fly ball deep left field, way back and gone. And just like that, the Angels are back in front on a booming home run to left. His second on the night, Vaughn Grissom.
Not exactly what you wanted right there if you are Cleveland, but Logan Allen hung that little sweeper that just didn't quite get where he wanted it to go, and now you have to be able to turn the page very quickly and get right back after it. Got to keep the score right where it is, let this offense go back to work.
6-5, Angels back in front. First career multi-homer game for Vaughn Grissom. Josh Lowe, the batter, takes a pitch inside for a ball. Good old-fashioned slugfest we have going here tonight. Allen winds it up, delivers, and his pitch is a strike.
Well, if you're Logan Allen, you have to continue to pound the strike zone right here.
And he does so, and there's a swing and a miss by Lowe.
Again, imperative to keep the score where it's at right now. Go challenge these guys.
Next pitch to Lowe is popped up foul. This one comes straight back and out of play. Grissom now with 9 home runs on the season. Next pitch to Lowe is swung on and fouled off again. 2-2 the count. The 2-2 misses outside for ball 3. Allen's 3-2 swung on and lifted high in the air to center. Plenty of room out there for Petey Halpin, who makes the catch for the first out in the inning. So one away for Christian Moore. He's homered tonight. One of 3 home runs for the Angels. 2 by Grissom. And then Moore is back in the second inning, his first on the season, after he hit 7 Major League home runs a year ago in his rookie campaign. Here's the pitch to him, and it's swung on and chopped foul at home plate. We're in the 5th, 6-5 Angels.
Already in the 5th, huh?
There's a lot going on in this one. Here's the pitch. It's low and outside for a ball. It seems anymore in the pitch clock era. Boy, a lot of games. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. You don't see many 3-hour games anymore.
Which has been great. You know, the pitch clock has been one of the best additions to baseball that we've had in quite some time.
The 1-2 swung on. It's chopped foul at home plate. We'll do it again.
And I have to admit, I was very much against it when it was first put in.
How come?
I just thought it was putting extra pressure on guys. You know, from a catching standpoint, just because that's the position I played, sometimes it takes a little time to think things out back there. You're taking, maybe the guy took it a certain way or he missed in a certain location. You're always thinking 1 or 2 pitches ahead. And these guys have just seamlessly taken that and run with it and used it to their advantage.
Next pitch to Moore is swung on and skied to shallow center. Charging in is Halpin. Now he's there, and he makes the catch for the second out in the inning. And it has definitely picked up the pace of games.
Boy, has it ever.
And tonight, the one thing you can't control with the pitch clock, a lot of deep counts. Neither starter really had their good command tonight. And we've had a ton of offense as a result. 6-5, Angels in front here in the 5th. Jose Siri steps in, and he takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Siri did not start tonight, but he took over for Gustavo Campero, who had to leave with a hamstring injury. Next pitch, inside. Did that clip him? It did. It got him on the way by. Siri hit by a pitch, and he'll take first base with 2 down.
Well, again, not what Logan Allen was wanting to do with that, but if you are going to miss, it's better to miss on that inner third of the plate. Just pulled this one a bit right off of the thigh of Jose Siri.
So a 2-out base runner for the Angels. Denzer Guzman steps in. 1 for 2 with an RBI double. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike on the inside corner. 0-1 the count on Guzman. Next pitch from Allen. Sails outside for a ball, and he checked his swing. 1-1 the count. Now the 1-1. Swung on, popped him up, foul. And it's off to the first base side and out of play. Logan Allen had made 19 starts with Columbus this season, 6-3 with an ERA a shade under 4.5. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Guzman for the third out in the inning. But the home run by Vaughn Grissom leading off the fifth has put the Angels back in front. It's 6-5, Los Angeles over the Guardians.
Don't bust your knuckles, bust your nuts with PB Blaster. The #1 selling penetrant since 1957. It uses a unique capillary action that creeps up and around threads and cavities to break free rusted and corroded parts. Then it protects against further rust and corrosion. Use it on automotive, industrial, marine, plumbing, and other equipment. Blaster Corporation offers a full line of professional-grade products that are formulated to penetrate, lubricate, loosen, fix, and conquer each job. Use Blaster products and work it like a pro.
In baseball, you win with a bullpen you can trust. On the job site, you win with equipment that is ready to go when you are. Ohio Cat Rentals works just as hard as you do, bringing dependable rental equipment from skid steers to scissor lifts to keep your job on track and your crew moving. No strikes, no outs, just solid machines that show up and get to work. With Ohio Cat behind you, you've got the support to knock your project out of the park. Visit ohiocat.com to buy or rent. Ohio Cat, proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Peter and Company Jewelers in Avon Lake is family owned and trusted for almost 40 years. From engagement rings that take her breath away to timeless pieces that celebrate every milestone. Stop in or go to peterjewelers.com. It's where Cleveland gets engaged.
Hey Cleveland, your favorite family-owned furniture store is growing again. The Cleveland Furniture Company is so excited to announce the grand opening of their brand new state-of-the-art showrooms in Menor, North Olmsted, and now Canton. Comfort has never been closer. So many new, hot styles, the lowest prices out there, great deals on mattresses, closeout areas up to 70% off, in some cases below cost. They have everything, and they're excited to share it with you. From your front room to your backyard, the Cleveland Furniture Company's got you covered. Family-owned, Cleveland proud.
Weather when you need it. Your severe weather station is WTAM 1100.
New pitcher on for the Angels. They have turned to a left-hander, Taylor Saucedo. And he's on to face Jose Ramirez, a switch hitter who turns around, bats on the right side. First pitch in tight for ball one. Saucedo right back. Next pitch. In there for a strike, and the count's now 1-1. Taylor Saucedo, 14 appearances, 0-1, an ERA of 5.23. Here's his pitch. And that's in there for a strike.
Well, he will be facing two righties in this particular case. Jose Ramirez hitting .304 against left-handed pitching, and now Joe Adell.
The 1-2 swung on and lifted high and deep, but foul down the left side and out of play.
As I mentioned, Joe Adell hit .314 against left-handed pitching. So, interesting move, and hopefully it pays off in our favor.
Now the 1-2. Outside and high, 2-2. Interesting to see how Kurt Suzuki plays this. He only got 3 2/3 from his starter, and they're a man short in the pen because they have a 6-man rotation. The 2-2 swung on, and that's popped up high in the air, right side, shallow right, going out the second baseman Moore, and he makes the catch. One away. Saucedo, the second reliever used, we're only in the 6th inning. So we'll see how the Angels play it.
It'll certainly be interesting. You would like to think he was going to try to get multiple innings out of one of these guys here.
Joe Adell, the batter. Adell 0 for 3. The pitch to him. Outside and high for ball one. Saucedo, he's been in the big leagues before with the Blue Jays and Mariners. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and foul-tipped at home plate. Saucedo, a 33-year-old lefty, born in Honolulu, but now makes his home in Washington State. Now the 1-1. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 1-2 the count. Guardians down by a run here in the 6th inning. Saucedo delivers, and his pitch is high and away for a ball. 2-2 the count on Adell. With 1 out, bases empty. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Adell down on strikes. First for Saucedo. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Nathaniel Lowe. You can become a Guardians season ticket holder for next season. Memberships begin with just 20 games. They have the best seats, lowest prices, great team shop discounts, all kinds of perks. The pitch to Lowe in there for a strike. And you can learn more and purchase your 2027 season ticket membership at CLEGuardians.com. Next pitch from Saucedo is swung on and missed. Good breaking ball. 0-2 the count.
We'll give Saucedo a lot of credit. He went through Jose Ramirez, Joe Adell, and now is in an 0-2 count against Nathaniel Lowe.
The 0-2. Waved at and missed. Strike 3. They made the appeal, and the third base umpire rings up Lowe. Side retired on a couple of strikeouts by Saucedo. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's the Angels 6, the Guardians 5.
Dollar Bank is a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians. Only with Dollar Bank can you get a Cleveland Guardians debit card design and Guardians branded checks. And when you use your card at the Guardians team store online or at Progressive Field, you'll get a great deal on the latest officially licensed MLB gear, too. To learn more, visit dollar.bank/baseball. Dollar Bank. Let's get you there.
Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. The perks described herein are subject to change or termination without notice and at the sole discretion of Dollar Bank and or the Cleveland Guardians.
Medical Mutual knows small businesses are a big deal. That's why they partner with the Council of Smaller Enterprises, better known as COSI, to offer health benefit options for companies with 1 to 50 employees. The COSI benefit plan provides the same great benefits as large corporations, but on a small group budget. Join more than 7,900 small businesses that offer the COSI benefit plan to their employees. Talk to your broker or visit COSIbenefitplan.com/join now. Medical Mutual, the official health insurer of the Cleveland Guardians.
The best could always be talking to Bob Feller, a man that faced Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig.
The Guards face the Royals on August 29th, and 15,000 fans will receive a throwback 1936 Bob Feller jersey, courtesy of Franklin University. Tickets at CLEGuardians.com.
Cozy season is ahead, and you'll be spending way more time inside. Is your home ready? Don't worry. With Wayfair, you can upgrade your space without breaking the bank. Score up to 70% off during their Labor Day clearance on furniture, area rugs, mattresses, and more. Plus, surprise flash deals you can't miss. Whether it's one room or the whole house, Wayfair has pieces for every style and budget.
Shop Wayfair's Labor Day clearance now through September 7th at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hi, it's Bill Wills. Join me in the morning. I'll plug you into what's going on. News Radio, WTAM 1100.
Logan Allen back to work for the Guardians. Adam Frazier leading it off, and he hits him. Came up and in. Frazier hit by a pitch. Second hit batsman for Allen since he came on last inning, and this one opens the bottom of the 6th.
Well, again, not how you want to start if you're Logan Allen. This ball did just graze Adam Frazier. But now the top of the lineup going through the teeth here. Just
Zach Neto takes a pitch down low.
You got to feel like the Angels like where they're at right now with Neto, Trout, and then Ballesteros.
Here's the 1-0. Swung on, blasted foul and out of play, upper deck, first base side. Now, imperative that the Guardians get something solid here in terms of innings from Logan Allen, as the bullpen's been used quite a bit. Here's the 1-1. That's in there for a strike. 1-2 the count.
That was the good one right there. Backdoor sweeper. Zach Neto not able to pull the trigger on that pitch. Really well executed.
The 1-2 bounced foul outside of third. Hot night here in Anaheim. 87 degrees at game time. And And a smallish crowd on this Tuesday night. Here comes the 1-2. Outside and high, 2-2. The Angels are not in last place, but they're ahead of Sacramento by just a game. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to left. Settling under it, Kwan, and he makes the catch. So 1 down, and Mike Trout will bat. Trout tonight has singled, doubled, and walked.
Well, how about a ground into double play? Let's add that to the scorecard, huh?
Well, there was a time where you had a hard time doubling up Mike Trout on a ground ball. Here's the pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Still runs well, but now in his mid-30s, not quite what he once was. Here's the 0-1. Tried to check his swing on a breaking ball low and in, and he did not. So quickly, it's 0-2 on Mike Trout. MVP awards in 2014, 16, and 19.
In those 3 years, it was special.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's swung on and popped up. Shallow right center, sinking fast, coming over, making the catch is Angel Martinez. And Frazier scrambles back to first after a nice play by Martinez. Or excuse me, Joe Adell in right field tonight.
That was a fantastic job by Big Joe. I think Petey Halpin's initial break was back in center field, and Joe was on it from the beginning. Not only did he secure the baseball, he got up and immediately looked to first base.
Next batter, Moises Ballesteros, and he takes a pitch outside and low for ball 1. Now the 1-0. Swung on, ground ball to the right side. Bazana's up with it, throws on to first for the out. And no damage done by the Angels in the 6th. We head to the 7th. It's the Angels 6, the Guardians 5.
Things can change rapidly in this game, and that's the beauty of baseball in September.
Cheer on the Guardians down the stretch with a ballpark pass presented by Planet Fitness. For just $59, including all fees, you'll get a standing room only ticket to every regular season home game in September. Be there for exciting divisional matchups against the White Sox and Tigers. Plus, great promotions like the Jersey Hoodie giveaway, post-game fireworks, and fan appreciation night. A limited number of ballpark passes are on sale now. Get yours today at CLEGuardians.com.
Celebrating 50 years of impact, Ohio University's Heritage College of Osteopathic Medicine leads the way from Cleveland to communities across our great state as the #1 producer of primary care doctors in Ohio. Learn more at ohio.edu/medicine.
Brilliant Electric Sign Company is Northeast Ohio's largest full-service sign company, serving their clients for over 97 years. Brilliant designs, fabricates, and installs. A wide range of interior and exterior signage and graphics that will help separate your business from the competition, including LED letter sets, pylon signs, message centers, graphics, and wayfinding signs. Contact the experts at Brilliant Electric Sign to provide you a state-of-the-art signage solution that will grow your business. Visit them at brilliantsign.com.
Guardians fans, we know what it takes to protect the land. We play hard, we cheer loud, and we always look out for our team. Now it's time to make a power move for your own health. Getting an HIV test is quick, free, and confidential. It's the ultimate defensive play to protect yourself and your partner. Don't strike out on your health. Visit loveleadshere.org to find a testing site near you or order a free at-home test kit. Know your status. Clear the bases. Protect the land.
Win a trip to Vegas and $1,000 tomorrow after the news at 9, 1, and 5 on WTAM 1100.
Angel Martinez leads things off for the Guardians. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. Switch hitter in from the right side now. And he takes a pitch high and outside from Taylor Saucedo, who came on last inning. It's 6-5 Angels. We're in the top of the 7th, and we'll get to the out-of-town scores this half inning. Next pitch to Martinez on the outside corner for a strike. Our scoreboard brought to you by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. White Sox win tonight 11-7 at home against Texas. So at the very best for the Guardians, the best they can do tonight, if they can come from behind and win, they would remain 2.5 back of the front-running White Sox in the AL Central. Baltimore a winner. They beat St. Louis 13-1 in St. Louis. Orioles, they're still hanging around on the periphery of the wild card chase.
And we end up going there in just 2 weeks. Could be a big series.
The 1-2 swung on, foul back and out of play. Guardians head to Baltimore after the upcoming homestand. They'll be there Labor Day and then the next 2 nights. The Birds, they are now 3 games under the 500 mark. Other games in the American League, Houston, a 9-7 winner in New York amidst some changes at the top of their baseball ops department and maybe in the manager's office. Joe Espada managed tonight. Here's the 1-2, outside and high, 2-2.
Well, Joe missed the game the other night due to a personal family issue. And then as soon as he came back to work the next day, he had a new boss.
The 2-2 swung on, popped him up, third base side of the infield. Into foul ground goes the third baseman Guzman, and he makes the catch. Martinez retired for the first out here in the 7th. Yes, some turnover in Houston. Did you say, was it last night you were saying it? All-time nice guy, Joe Espada?
Oh, yes. One of the best.
Been a pleasure meeting him the last couple of seasons when the Astros have played the Guardians. Here's the pitch to Patrick Bailey, and it's outside.
It shows something that it was now out publicly that he won't be brought back next year, and he still chose to come back and stay with the boys. I think that shows something.
The 1-0, outside, 2-0. So that's interesting because say they go on a run and have a big run in the postseason, what do you do?
That is a great question, and I hope that they have to find that out, honestly.
The 2-0, swing and a miss, 2-1.
And let's just put it this way. I hope we beat them in the ALCS and they have to make a decision.
After that.
There we go.
There you go. You're covered.
There we go.
1 out, base is empty. Here's the pitch, and it's on the outside corner for a strike. Well, we heard this last night from the Tarps Off crew up in the upper deck.
A little smaller tonight, though.
For now, the 2-2, breaking ball outside. A chance of sell the team. As fans hear that it's been long enough where they have not had a postseason team.
Right.
The 3-2, inside, ball 4. Bailey draws a 1-out walk. Guardians have that tying run potentially on base.
Well, Patrick Bailey's been on base now 3 times, all via walk. And we are going to get a pinch hitter here.
David Fry out of the dugout into the on-deck circle. And we'll see if there's a change on the mound by the Angels. Now, there is a right-hander getting loose. So Fry, who has not seen any action since being called back up from AAA Columbus on that last homestand, he will bat for the first time. And he will face Taylor Saucedo. So Fry bats for Halpin.
Well, we oftentimes hear Stephen Vogt talking about that highest leverage situation. Perfect opportunity here for David Fry.
Here's the pitch. And it's on the outside corner, strike 1. Fry in the major leagues this year, 71 games, batted .182, 6 home runs, 13 driven in. And after the acquisitions at the trade deadline, he was sent to Columbus. The 0-1 is chopped foul outside of third. Quickly it's 0-2. He was red hot with the Clippers, had 6 home runs in his last 6 games with Columbus, and was recalled just prior to that road trip starting in Colorado last weekend. Here's the 0-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Fry caught looking. 2 down in the inning. Brings up Brian Rocchio, the number 9 hitter. Rocchio, 1 for 3 with an RBI single. His last time up, last inning. Guardians with 2 in the 5th, tied it at 5. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. But now it is 6-5 Angels after a home run in the bottom of the 5th from Vaughn Grissom. We're now in the 7th. 6 runs on 8 hits for the Angels, 5 runs, 9 hits for the Guardians. Here's the pitch. Swung on, blasted foul off to the right side and out of play.
That might have been the pitch that Brian Rocchio wants back in this at-bat. Was a little sinker on the outer third, did a good job of trying to go the other way with it. Unfortunately, it's just a hair late on that swing decision.
The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Rocchio down on strikes, side retired. And we have reached the stretch in Anaheim. Your score, the Angels 6, the Guardians 5.
The pitch swung on, pounded, goal! Travis Bazzano with Cleveland's 4th home run of the game.
Catch the Guardians and Blue Jays September 1st through the 3rd at Progressive Field. Pick up great seats for all 3 games at CLEGuardians.com.
This is the call of the Australian rubber bird.
Snap! Snap!
This is the call of the Alaskan chili bird.
Jeez, it's cold. Jeez, it's cold. Jeez, it's cold.
And this is the call of the marathon mascot bald eagle, Max.
Hi, it's Max.
Hello.
Did you know you could save up to $1 a gallon with the Marathon Rewards app?
No. Well, thanks for the call.
Marathon, where fun runs on full. Available at participating Marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now, but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates to third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Hey, sports fans, there's no better feeling than when you're watching your team dominate. But remember, when the offseason comes, you can still channel your team spirit with a fresh coat of color. Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make every day feel like game day with over 1,700 colors and a top-tier coaching staff to bring the energy of your team spirit home. Shop online or visit your neighborhood store today.
The Bloom Daddy Show. Played out in and around Cleveland. Tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3 on WTAM 1100.
Changes defensively for the Guardians. David Fry stays in the game in left field. He had pinch hit in the top half of this 7th inning. And moving over from left to center is Angel Martinez. Joe Adell remaining in right. Vaughn Grissom, the batter. He's had a big night, a pair of home runs, including the tiebreaker in the 5th inning in a 6-5 Angels lead. He takes a pitch down low from Logan Allen, and the count is 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch. Check swing, roller foul outside of third. And let's pause. 10-second station ID on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Travis Bazzano, and he retires Grissom on a close play at first base.
Well, it's a good job by Travis going to his right side, just to the right of second base there. Fielding the ball cleanly, being able to keep his feet underneath him and make the strong throw to first base to get Grissom by a hair.
Now Josh Lowe takes a pitch outside for a ball. Jim Rosenhaus along with Chris Jimenez joining us here in Anaheim with Tom Hamilton. The road trip off. Hammy back on Friday. Next pitch swung on and missed. And it's 1-1. Mike Noto is our on-site engineer. And Brian Matze is back at command center. The 1-1 down low. 2-1. As we get you past midnight, thanks for staying with us. Guardians baseball tonight from the West Coast. The 2-1 pitch is looped to shallow center. That one's sinking fast and it falls in. Lowe's aboard with a bloop single. A one-out base runner for the Angels now in the 7th. White Sox have already won tonight, so the Guardians need to come back and pick up a W to stay within 2.5 of the front-running Sox. Chicago beat Texas 11-7. Now Christian Moore, 1 for 3 with a home run. He swings, taps one to the second baseman, Bazana. He'll throw to first in time for the out. So 2 down. The runner advances to second and low. And now it's Jose Siri. The Guardians, they've already gotten 2 2/3 from Logan Allen. What a big boost it would give to the bullpen if he can continue. Here's the pitch to Siri, and Siri swings and fouls it off at home plate.
I mean, aside from the leadoff homer from Vaughn Grissom, he's come in and done his job.
Siri had fouled one off his foot, so needs a little extra time. Day game tomorrow, so quick turnaround. As Allen sets, here's the pitch. Outside and high for a ball, 1-1. Here's Allen's 1-1. On the inside corner for strike 2 call.
Good changeup right there, too, from Logan Allen. He's thrown a few of those this evening so far. It's been pretty successful.
The 1-2, low and away. Went changeup again.
Went right back to it. Tried to push that or keep that out to that bottom and away corner of the strike zone there. Just wasn't able to quite execute it on the plate.
The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Allen with another scoreless inning. He keeps the Guardians close. We'll head to the 8th. It's 6-5, the Angels over the Guardians on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Cleveland Metro Park's Emerald Necklace has 9 pristine golf courses surrounded by scenic beauty for you to explore. Book your tee time at clevelandmetroparks.com/golf. Your time, your place. Cleveland Metro Parks.
Get ready, Cleveland. Experience the wildest show in baseball as the Party Animals bring their one-of-a-kind, high-energy entertainment to Progressive Field on Friday, September 25th and Saturday, September 26th. Catch every trick play and over-the-top moment from the ballpark's most exclusive spaces, including the luxurious Lexus Carnegie Club, high-energy KeyBank North Coast Social, Echo Victory Club, private suites, and SeatGeek infield boxes right near the action. Premium inventory is limited and moving fast. Lock in your seats today at premium.cleguardians.com.
Join a team that shares your commitment to excellence and make a difference every day. Our Lady of the Wayside provides winning opportunities for people with disabilities and the dedicated professionals who work with them. Full-time and part-time positions available. Visit thewayside.org. Our Lady of the Wayside, home to opportunity. Find full and part-time positions at thewayside.org.
Spunky Pup is dedicated to producing high-quality, sustainable, and innovative toys and treats that engage with your dogs and keep them entertained. We offer a broad range of options, including glow-in-the-dark, tough, USA-made, eco-friendly, recyclable toys, interactive launching and flying, and plush toys. Our all-natural biscuit treats are made in the USA and contain no artificial flavors or preservatives. Find Spunky Pup toys and treats today at Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Guardians. Keep your dogs spunky.
Check in for Cleveland's news, talk, and sports.
See what's happening
on WTAM 1100.
New pitcher on for the Angels as we reach the 8th inning, with the Guardians trailing 6-5 here in Anaheim. Top of the lineup, Stephen Kwan will face Ryan Watson, a right-hander, waiver claim from the Red Sox earlier this month. And here he is in a high-leverage situation late. Kwan's had a terrific night again. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for strike one. Tonight, Stephen Kwan, 3 hits, all singles, a walk, a run scored, and a run driven in.
It's amazing. Just continues to march his way up past 270 into the 280s.
The 0-1 on the outside corner for a strike, 0-2. Watson, in his time with the Angels, has not allowed a run in 5 1/3 innings. Here's the pitch, and it's down low for a ball. With Boston, he had appeared in 35 games with an ERA of 4.53. 28 years of age, out of Auburn, Alabama. Here's his 1-2. Swung on, line drive, left center. Trout comes on, dives, and this time he did not make the catch. It drops. Kwan thought he caught it. He's off the bag and just gets back in time as they threw behind him. And Kwan's aboard with a leadoff single. Anything but routine.
Anything but, and I don't blame Stephen Kwan for 1 second for thinking that Mike Trout caught that ball. Full out layout. That glove hits the ground and the ball just squeaks out from him, but Stephen Kwan can't see it from right there. You can see he's just disgusted with his look. And then all of a sudden, it's get back as soon as you possibly can.
Well, what an effort by Trout. That ball was in the glove. He had it as he was diving, but then it popped free when he hit the ground. Leadoff base runner tying run at first base for Travis Bazzana. Bazzana's 1 for 3 with a walk. The base hit, a 4th inning RBI double. 6-5 Angels, 8th inning. Watson sets at the belt. Here's his pitch. And that's a strike on the outside corner. Cutter that time from Ryan Watson.
Cutter's the pitch that Ryan Watson loves to utilize. Throws that almost 50% of the time.
Here's his pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. Bazzana in the hole, 1-2. Kwan off the bag at first. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, lifted, foul down the left side, not a play. A lot more up the middle and to the opposite field from Bazzana.
To me, when he's really truly going good and feeling right, that's the type of swing you'll see. Every now and again, he'll drive one to the pull side in the gap like we saw for the double earlier.
The 1-2 outside.
But he has been hitting the ball a lot harder consistently as of late. Get another good sign. He's been pitched really tough here early on in his big league career.
The 2-2. Swung on, a slow tapper right side. Moore has it. He'll shovel to first in time for the out. As Kwan moves up to second, Bazzana gets that runner into scoring position even though he's retired. Now Jose Ramirez, 1 for 4 on the night. A 2-run double back in the 4th inning for Jose. Big spot here, chance to tie it with a base hit. Watson steps off, checks the runner back over at second base. Good speed there, and Stephen Kwan. Now the pitch to Ramirez. Strike called on the outside corner. 0-1 the count on Ramirez. He's had some success against the Angels in his career.
Yes, he has.
Here's the 0-1. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. 64 career games against the Angels. Jose Ramirez has 21 home runs, and he's driven in 47. Again, in 64 games. The 0-2 down low, 1-2. Career OPS against the Angels, well over 1,000.
Well, safe to say he likes hitting here in this ballpark, or against this team in particular.
1-2 the count. Tying run at second. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line to left. That gets down for a base hit. Rounding third, heading for home is Kwan. Here's the throw, cut off. Into second goes Ramirez. He's in safely. Kwan has scored, and this game is tied again. 6-6 on the RBI base hit for Jose Ramirez.
Well, this is vintage Jose. Got a cutter on the outer third of the plate. Didn't try to do too much. Allowed that ball to travel. A little flop shot there over the third baseman Guzman's head. Stephen Kwan's off to the races. Guzman cuts that ball off, trying to get Jose Ramirez, who never stopped. That motor just continues to keep running.
And for Ramirez, it is a double. As Joe Adell steps in, swings, grounds one to short. Corralled by Neto, throws to first in time for the out on a close play. Ramirez advances to third.
Well, Jose, realizing that ball was not hit very hard, got inside on Joe Adell, immediately took off towards third base. And Adell hustling down the line because that ball was not hit very hard. Made that play very close at first base as well.
Well, now Nathaniel Lowe, 1 for 4. And this is a great spot for him against a righty. The pitch in there for a strike. Lowe has been racking up the RBIs against right-handed pitching. Overall for the Guardians, 11 runs driven in. And this is 17th game. The 0-1 swung on, pulled foul outside of first base. That's amazing. And you see this a lot when the Guardians are in Florida against either the Marlins or the Rays. But it's almost like a home game when they score here.
That is true.
Here's the 0-2, down low, 1-2. Not quite, but a lot of Cleveland fans here.
Cleveland fans travel extremely well, and that's to their credit. But this offense tonight is giving them something to cheer about.
Here's the 1-2. Swung on, fouled off at home plate, and that got a piece of the catcher Ballesteros, who's a little slow to get up. We'll do it again on 1-2 to Nathaniel Lowe. The Toyota Highlander has plenty of room and comfort, connectivity for all your devices, and the most advanced safety features, all standard. Check out Highlander at Toyota.com. One and two, the count on Lowe. Go ahead run down at third, Jose Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Waved at and missed, strike three as he chased the curveball. Lowe strikes out, but the Guardians tie it on the RBI double by Ramirez. We head to the bottom of the eighth. It's Cleveland 6, the Angels 6.
My book club president says reading is, quote, not a competition. Well, I finished the book in one night anyway, so I win, Patty. I also got $365 in bonus bets just for betting $10 when I signed up for Bet365. No cliffhangers here, Patty. Just a happy ending. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Claim an app. T&Cs apply.
At Cleveland Clinic, the mission is to create a healthier world. So you give every life the best chance to thrive. You tackle health issues at the root of their cause. You go beyond your walls to make theirs a little safer. And when it's all said and done, you reinvest everything to keep bettering the world. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Your life's on your phone. Your vehicle should be too. When you download the Spitzer VIP app, convenience is number one. View vehicle health. Get important alerts. Schedule service in seconds. Earn reward points. Plus, new vehicles come with complimentary oil changes and a lifetime warranty at no cost to you. It's all trackable in the Spitzer VIP app. From GPS to live chat support, 100% convenience is here 24/7. Download today. Wag more. Spend less at Spitzer. Proud sponsor of the Guardians.
At Spitzer, our world revolves around you.
Service, sacrifice, citizenship. The three core pillars of the Bob Feller Act of Valor Foundation. Learn more about Hall of Fame pitcher and Chief Petty Officer Bob Feller's service to his country at actofvaloraward.org.
This is Bill Wells. We'll catch up with Tom Hamilton, talk Guardians, 8:45 in the morning, WTAM 1100.
New pitcher on for the Guardians, bottom of the 8th inning. It's right-hander Colin Holderman. After good work by Logan Allen, allowed a home run to the first batter he faced, but then nothing else over 3 innings. And we have a 6-6 ball game with Denzer Guzman to lead things off. Here's the pitch. Fastball strike from Holderman on the inside corner. 0-1. Holderman, 6-3, ERA 2.29. After 51 relief outings. The 0-1 on the outside corner for a strike.
Pitch. Perfect pitch right there. A little backdoor sinker. Ran that thing right back over the edge. Outstanding job. Now you got the opportunity to throw your sweeper right off of that. Those two pitches coming on the same plane going opposite directions.
Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and it's exactly what he did.
He had him set up perfectly for it. Then he went out there and all he had to do was execute. It's exactly what happened. That sweeper was disgusting. Coming off that exact same plane that he just threw that right back two-seamer on. No chance.
Number 9 hitter, Adam Frazier steps in. Frazier, 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch and sacrificed. Here's the pitch. Inside, did it get him? Hit by a pitch. Oh, and that has been a real problem for Holderman. Hit batsman. And for Holderman, that's the 10th hit batsman he's had this season.
Every single one of them, seems like, is on a sweeper to a left-handed hitter.
And nails the back foot.
Always.
So a base runner at first base, a potential go-ahead run with the top of the lineup, Zach Neto stepping in. Here's Holderman's pitch. Fastball strike on the outside corner.
The ground ball would be a beautiful thing right now, as Travis Pizzana is pretty much almost directly behind second base.
The pitch to Neto. He tried to check his swing on a breaking ball, couldn't do it. That's a strike. 0-2 the count. Neto red hot. Tonight, 1 for 4 with an RBI single. The reigning American League Player of the Week. Holderman had gone behind the mound just to take a break. Now he's back up there. And here comes his 0-2. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to center, but not going anywhere. Under it, Martinez makes the catch. 2 down, runner remains at first. And now it's Mike Trout. Tonight, 1 for 3, make it 2 for 3 with a walk for Trout. 1 run scored. And he'll wait as Patrick Bailey heads out to the mound to have a chat with Colin Holderman. The Guardians have some activity in their pen.
Looks like Eric Sabrowski, possibly.
Indeed it is. Left-hander. Now the mound meeting complete. Enbridge Gas, Ohio wants to remind you, whether you're an individual or contractor, state law requires that you call 811 before you dig to have underground utilities marked. Trout digs in. Holderman ready to go. Right on right. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball down low for ball one.
Well, I think in this situation, the reason Patrick Bailey went out there with Ballesteros on deck, not quite the hitter that Mike Trout is, even in today's day and age.
The 1-0 is yanked foul off his own dugout, third base side. And it's 1-1 on Trout.
You're out there, you're talking about where are my safe zones, where do I want to miss, where is okay to miss. So if I'm trying to go for a strikeout, what is my safe zone exactly where I'm trying to miss if it's going to happen?
Throw to first. Back safely is Frazier.
You're going to be very careful with Mike Trout. Not that you're trying to pitch around him, but he's going to hit your pitch.
Here's the 1-1. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to dead center. Back is Martinez. He's at the wall. He leaps, and that ball is a catch by Martinez. Had to wait for him to show the umpire, and he did. Robbing Trout of extra bases at the wall in center. He was way up, maybe above the wall. It would have been close, but what a grab by Martinez, who did not start tonight in center, but makes a great play to keep this game tied as we head to the ninth. Guardians 6, the Angels 6 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Choices. They make life better. And at Wayside Furniture, we believe more choices can make the difference between finding furniture that works and finding furniture that's perfect. That's why our massive 5-acre showroom is packed with sofas, chairs, bedroom sets, dining rooms, mattresses, and more. All at the everyday low prices you deserve. Don't settle for just a few options, because when it comes to furniture, the right choice makes all the difference. Wayside Furniture, keeping it local since 1937.
The best would always be talking to Bob Feller, a man that faced Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig.
The Guards face the Royals on August 29th, and 15,000 fans will receive a throwback 1936 Bob Feller jersey, courtesy of Franklin University. Tickets at CLEGuardians.com.
A lot of businesses are in a pinch right now. They need more workers to keep things running, but they're not ready to hire anyone full-time. If you're one of those businesses, you might consider flexible labor from Minuteman Staffing. Minuteman has over 50 years' experience providing light industrial and warehouse workers in Northeast Ohio. They're ready for the job with drug screens and background checks. And Minuteman handles all the workers' comp and payroll. Reach out to them today. MinutemenInc.com.
Keep your summer fun going in a rugged new Toyota truck, like the powerful built-in-the-USA Tundra. Now through August 31st, during Toyota's national sales event, you can get a new 26 Tundra with 2.99 APR financing with approved credit through TFS. Or get $1,000 customer cash on Tundra. Excludes TRD Pro. Or you can take advantage of a customized lease just for you. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Cleveland's news, talk, and sports on WTAM 1100 and on 106.9 FM.
Ninth inning underway, and naturally, Angel Martinez leads things off because that's how baseball works. You make the great catch, you lead off next inning. Ben Joyce, the pitcher for the Angels, and the pitch is chopped foul out of play, third base side. Quickly 0-2 on Martinez. And again, Chris, just looking at a couple of replays to see if his glove was above the wall, but I think he was in front of the fence.
It did look like he was in front of the fence.
Yeah.
Would have been really close one way or another.
The 0-2 high and away.
At 101, by the way, because this young man can bring the heat. I think he currently holds the record for the fastest pitch ever thrown.
105 in college. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, foul tip, hung on to. Martinez down on strikes for the first out in the inning. But at the very least, that catch prevented an extra base hit if it did not go out. And Adam Frazier, he would have come around and scored, as he would have been off with the pitch, obviously with 2 outs, and that would have put the Angels in front. But a great catch by Martinez at the fence in center. Now it's Patrick Bailey who takes a pitch down low for a ball. So we remain tied at 6.
Amazing.
9th inning. Joyce delivers, and his fastball misses outside.
I was reading something today on Ben Joyce talking about how they have changed the ball position in his hand, and it's actually helped make his fastball better, if that's even possible.
Here's the 2-0. In tight, ball 3. Well, it might be possible, but it's clearly not fair. I mean, seriously. 7 appearances around injury issues. No runs allowed in 6 2/3. Here's the 3-0. Down low, ball 4. So a walk to Bailey. Guardians have the go-ahead runner on base. Cade Smith warming in the Guardians' pen. Out to the mound visit for Moises Ballesteros, and Zach Neto comes in, the shortstop. And for the Guardians, Chase DeLauder will pinch hit, and this is good to see on a lot of different levels.
Sign. Yes, it is. We weren't quite sure today before we got a chance to talk to Stephen Vogt before he actually came outside and worked out a little bit if he was going to be available. But this is a great sign right here. And I'll be honest, I have to imagine Votey told him, if you hit one in the gap, stop at second base. Please, just do it for all of us.
2 triples on Sunday, and he hasn't played since. But back in there now in a key spot. The pitch to him. Down low, ball 1. Guardians and Angels tied at 6 in the 9th. Ben Joyce sets at the belt, and here's his pitch. And DeLauder fouls it back. Good rip, 1-1 to count.
Well, he was right on that ball. Did not miss that one by much.
One and one to count on him. Here it comes. Fastball up high. DeLauder came in batting .288, 13 home runs, 59 driven in. Left-handed hitter with good pop and really good bat control. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, and that's blasted high and deep down the left field line in the corner, reaching out and into foul territory. The left fielder, Siri, was out of play when that ball went foul, and no catch is ruled by the umpire.
I think that ball hit his glove and came out. He goes down and goes into the stands, and I think it hit the netting. That's what I think happened. I think it hit the netting. It hit the netting going down the left field line, goes directly or stops directly right there where he came into the stands.
Wow. So 2-2. Joyce lets it fly, and it's swung on and missed. DeLauder down on strikes. 2 down in the 9th. Now Brian Rocchio. Joyce just getting back to action this month. Was on the injured list with right shoulder inflammation to start the season, but now trying to finish strong. Here's the pitch, and Rocchio takes it inside for ball 1. Brian Rocchio 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Patrick Bailey, the base runner at first. 2 outs, 6-6 game in the 9th. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, foul back into the net. And it's 1-1 on Brian Rocchio. White Sox have already won 11-7 at home over Texas tonight. Guardians came in 2.5 back of the front-running White Sox in the AL Central. Cleveland was up by a half game for that third and final wild card spot. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball.
That was a good one. Brian Rocchio just a hair out in front of that.
At 95, that gets you out front.
And that's the hard part, right? When you got 105 in the tank, having to prepare for all of that.
The 1-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3 at 102. Fastball gets him. Side retired. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Guardians and Angels tied at 6 in Anaheim.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, you mind keeping it down up there, please?
KeyBank will meet you in that I need new neighbors moment.
Rick, it's your mortgage loan officer, Beth. I was in the neighborhood and wanted to let you know your home loan application's been approved.
Beth, you're always there for me, and not a moment too soon.
Are your neighbors bowling with grand pianos again?
And apparently raising livestock?
Ew.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 399797.
Hi, Max the Bald Eagle from Marathon here. We asked people if they could do an impression of me. Have a listen.
You can save up to $1 a gallon with the Marathon Rewards app.
That last one was pretty good. Marathon, where fun runs on full.
Available at participating Marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
Let's talk NOPEC. NOPEC uses the bulk buying power of nearly 1 million customers in over 250 Ohio communities to negotiate competitive electric and natural gas rates. They also work behind the scenes, challenging utility rate increases and fighting for consumer-friendly energy policies. For more than 25 years, NOPEC has been working to keep your energy bills affordable. Learn more at nopec.org or by calling NOPEC's 24/7 Customer Care Center.
Check in for Cleveland's news, talk, and sports.
See what's happening
on WTAM 1100.
Changes for the Guardians. Stephen Kwan, who had been the DH to start the game, he's into the game in center. Angel Martinez goes back to left. That's where he started. And then he was in center for a couple of innings. Made a great catch. You could argue a game-saving catch. Eric Sabrowski on the hill. And his pitch to Moises Ballesteros is down low for a ball. We're tied at 6 as we play in the bottom of the ninth inning. Sabrowski has been terrific on to try and send it to extras. Here's the pitch. Ballesteros swings and pops it up foul behind home plate and out of play. So your outfield, Martinez in left, Kwan in center, Adele in right. Now the 1-1. Waved at and missed. 1-2 the count, and the Guardians give up their DH.
Yes, they give up their DH in this situation. And the further on this game goes, the more you get nervous, having already given him up in that particular case. But
they have a couple of pinch hitters on the bench.
They certainly do. Austin Hedges and Angel Henao.
Now the 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. One down in the bottom of the ninth. And that'll bring up Vaughn Grissom, who's had himself a night. 2 home runs, 3 runs batted in. Sabrowski is 4-2 with an earned run average of 3.16 and been especially strong lately. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball on the inside corner, strike 1.
And a good one at that. That was a nice sharp breaking ball there from Sabrowski. Really good to see.
Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Went right back to it. Last 5 appearances, Sabrowski's allowed 1 hit. He's kept the walks down lately as well. No walks in those 5 appearances.
And we've seen the velo tick back up a little bit as well. And hopefully that means nothing but good things in regards to him being on the other side of the injury.
Next pitch. Down low for a ball.
Man, can you imagine getting the best version of him back here for this stretch run?
Such a key. Good tandem with Tim Herron, who's throwing well. From that left side, the 1-2. Breaking ball, down low, 2-2. Well, they got a nice boost from another lefty tonight, Logan Allen.
Yes, they did. He came in, certainly did his job. 3 innings, 1 run, a couple of walks, and a strikeout.
Now the 2-2. Swung on, foul back. You know, strikeouts the specialty for Sabrowski. Almost 15 strikeouts every 9 innings.
Incredible.
Only Mason Miller, the Padres closer, is a little bit better at 16.
I think he's pretty good, too, from what I hear.
That's the rumor. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's another one. 2 up, 2 down on 2 strikeouts.
Well, that's one of the things that makes Eric Sabrowski so unbelievably good is he's got the big curveball that drops. It's a little bit slower, and then the harder slider, which is what he punched out Grissom with right there. And then, oh yeah, by the way, I got 94 to 96 in the tank too.
Now he faces left-handed hitting Josh Lowe, who takes a breaking ball strike. Slider that time. 6-6. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Here's Sabrowski's 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Good heat.
94, the top part of the strike zone. Eric Sabrowski's got one of those fastballs that appears as the hitter sees it. It wants to drop, but it kind of stays on that same plane.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Sabrowski fans the side. And we'll head to the 10th. Extra innings tonight in Anaheim. It's the Guardians 6, the Angels 6 on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network.
Cowboys and cowgirls, it's back! The Kalahari Food and Not Just Wine Festival is returning to Sandusky, Ohio with a Stars, Stripes, and Spurs celebration of flavor. Dig in on award-winning bites from Kalahari, live entertainment, and not just wine, with samples from over 75 regional beverage brands. The Kalahari Food and Not Just Wine Festival on Saturday, August 29th. Tickets on sale now at KalahariResorts.com/festival.
The precocious 22-year-old lines one to left, a base hit. Guardians take the lead. How about this night for Angel Hanao? And it's hit a ton. Away, back and gone. What a prodigious blast for Joe Adell.
The race for the Central Division is on, and a high-stakes showdown is coming to Progressive Field. The Guardians and Tigers go head-to-head in a 4-game series September 4th through the 6th. Lock in your seats today at CLEGuardians.com.
Keep your summer fun going during Toyota's national sales event with a new built-in-the-USA Camry. Now through August 31st, lease a new 26 Camry LE for $339 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. For a contract cost of $15,864. Excludes all applicable taxes and government fees. With approved credit through TFS. Price will vary based on accessories. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
With reimagined exhibits, the Cleveland Museum of Natural History invites you to experience science and nature. Select local cities visit free every weekend as part of the Jack Joseph and Morton Mandel Community Days. Go to cmnh.org.
The Bloom Daddy Show. People want it. Tomorrow afternoon at 3. We will continue giving it to you on WTAM 1100.
Extra innings tonight here in Anaheim, and the Guardians will try and get it done against a new pitcher for the Angels. It's lefty Blake Wyman, who came on last night. And he'll face left-handed hitting Stephen Kwan with Brian Rocchio, the automatic base runner, out at second. Here's Wyman's pitch, and it's a breaking ball in tight for ball 1. Wyman making his 8th appearance with Los Angeles. He's allowed 2 earned runs in 8 innings.
Well, he's a sweeper specialist.
Here's his pitch to Kwan, who shows bunt. Breaking ball just missed outside. Wow. That was close. So it's 2-0 on Kwan. Infield bunching in at the corners. Here it comes. Kwan shows bunt again and takes a strike this time. 2-1 the count. Usually, teams play for more than the one run on the road. 2-1 the count on Kwan. He shows bunt again. And he pokes at it, but missed it. And that's a strike to even the count at 2-2.
Yeah, that's something you don't see a lot of either from Stephen Kwan, is kind of a poke-through bunt attempt. I understand now you're in a situation where still pulling the baseball gets the same job done here.
The 2-2 pitch from Wyman. Swung on, ground ball right side on through, base hit. Rocchio advances to third, but holds there as the right fielder, Lowe, got on it quickly and fired it in. But it's a single for Kwan and a 4-hit night. Beg your pardon, a 5-hit night for Stephen Kwan with a walk. So he's been on base 6 times now. And he keeps this rally building here in the 10th.
And now you wonder if you may see a safety squeeze type situation here. Obviously getting the run home there from third base being of the utmost importance, but also moving Stephen Kwan into scoring position.
Travis Bazzana, the batter, the pitch to him. He swings and pops it up foul out of play off to the third base side. 6-6 your score. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and it's popped up shallow center. Out goes Neto, and the shortstop makes the catch. Not nearly deep enough to score the run as Rocchio holds at third base. 1 down.
That was a tough one. Again, talked about the sweeper earlier. Travis saw one there. Just wasn't able to get it out far enough there into center field as that ball was off the end of the bat.
By the way, Stephen Kwan has equaled his career high for base hits in a game. He had 5 hits against the Royals back in 2022 and has put together a 5-hit night here tonight. Here's Jose Ramirez. Go ahead run at third. Here's the pitch. Swung on and drilled left center field. Base hit and more. Near the gap. Scoring is Rocchio. Racing to third, being waved home is Kwan. Here comes the relay. Kwan slides in safely into second with a 2-run double. Jose Ramirez. The Guardians grab the lead 8-6.
Well, surprise, surprise. If I would have gave you money at the beginning of the game to tell you Jose Ramirez was going to come up in the 10th inning and have a potential game-winning double, his third of the night, I might add, you probably would have took a lot of money from me. So I'll gladly give it to you, as they are going to put Joe Adell on here, create the force out, and bring up the lefty in Nathaniel Lowe. But boy, what a beautiful sight to see from Jose Ramirez time and time again. He has come up so big in those situations.
And what a night. You mentioned the 3 doubles, every one of them of the RBI variety. 5 runs batted in total for Ramirez. As here we are getting down to crunch time in terms of the schedule. Bigger games as we go, and he comes up big tonight. Nathaniel Lowe, the batter. Still only 1 out. There go the runners. Double steal attempt. The throw goes to second. Not in time. Ramirez steals third. And moving up is Adell at second base. So now second and third. And a base hit from Lowe right here. It wouldn't ice it, but it would come close. Infield in for the Angels. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped him up on the infield, third base side. And Guzman makes the catch for the second out in the inning. That'll bring up Angel Martinez. Martinez tonight, 1 for 4 with a walk. And a great catch in center field, taking at the very least extra bases away from Mike Trout in the 8th inning, perhaps a home run. Here's the pitch from Wyman. In tight for a ball. Well, the Guardians starting to build momentum. They've won 5 in a row coming in. And you can just sense that belief that no game is.
That's right. We're at that point in the season.
Yeah. Late August, September.
It's like a switch flips or something.
Yep. Here's the 1-0 on the outside corner for a strike.
Batter challenging the strike call.
Martinez. He's not buying it.
This looked up to me, but I've been wrong before once.
Pitches a ball.
Not tonight, you're not.
Not tonight. Up 2 for 2.
And it was a ball. So a good challenge by Angel Martinez.
And he knew it right off the get-go as well.
Now the 2-1 from Wyman. Swung on, bounced back to the mound off of Wyman. Ball skies into the air. He recovers, throws to first, and he got him at first. What a play by Wyman to recover after being nailed by that one hopper. Ball went way up in the air. By the time it came down, he still had time to throw out Martinez at first. But the Guardians scored twice, and we'll head to the bottom of the 10th inning. It's Cleveland 8, Los Angeles 6.
Swung on, line toward the gap in left center. Kwan dives and made the catch! What a play by Kwan! Stephen Kwan just keeps on delivering.
This is Stephen Kwan. You're listening to the Cleveland Clinic Guardians Radio Network.
Baseball Heritage Museum at League Park, the birthplace of Cleveland's rich and diverse baseball history. Explore Cleveland's 100-plus year Major League tradition, its connection to the Negro Leagues, featuring the Cleveland Buckeyes, the Latin and Hispanic influence, and the history of women in the game we love. Open Wednesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., perfect for a family outing or an afternoon of nostalgia. To learn more, visit baseballheritagemuseum.org today.
Need new tires? Here's a tip. Skip the good old kick for quality entirely. Get to your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer, the smart choice for tires without the footwork. Whatever you drive, any make or model, they've got you covered with a great selection of major tire brands. Expertly installed by certified pros. And the kicker? Your Ford dealer often has deals that beat dedicated tire shops. So, when it's time for new tires, roll with your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer.
Hon, is your new pinball machine in our budget?
KeyBank will meet you in that our money is now our money moment.
Actually, our banker Steve recommended we start a joint checking account for bills and keep our individual accounts for things like pinball machines.
Did someone say Banker Steve? I was in the neighborhood in case you had any checking account questions.
Steve, you're always there for us. Now, how quickly can we open that account?
Steve, are you seeing this?
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
This is Bill Wills. Tomorrow morning at 7:45, a $100 gas card you could win at WTAM 1100.
Yeah, Cade Smith is on with a 2-run lead. Heading to the bottom of the 10th inning, Guardians leading 8-6. What a year it has been for Smith with 34 saves. And he will go to work on Christian Moore. Here's the pitch, and it's a check swing foul back into the screen. Josh Lowe is the automatic base runner at second. Smith worked last night, got another save. Did allow a run in that 9th inning, but the Guardians hung on for the 4-2 win. Here's the pitch, and it's outside and high for a ball. 1-1 the count on Moore. Moore homered back in the 2nd inning. He's 1 for 4. Now the 1-1 from Smith. Down low, 2-1.
That looked like a good pitch, and now we have a challenge.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
And we'll see what ABS says, as Patrick Bailey thought it was a strike, and he's right.
I'm 3 for 3 today.
Oh, you have yourself a night there, Chris Jimenez.
Now, to be fair to Doug Eddings, that ball's moving all over the place. So
that was the splitter. from Smith. Now the 1-2. Swung on, fouled back into the net. And we'll do it again on 1 and 2 to Christian Moore, the young second baseman.
I will give Christian Moore this. He's taken 2 really healthy swings on some elite velocity tonight.
The 1-2, it's up and in and hit him. Hit him, looked like in the shoulder. And that puts runners at first and second. The tying runs aboard now for the Angels. Jose Siri will bat. As Moore's okay, pops up and heads on down to first.
Thankfully, that ball hit him in the arm guard that he had, but that was a split from Cade Smith that obviously he pushed just a bit there. You wonder if the humidity tonight plays into that a little bit.
Here's his pitch to Siri, who shows bunt. Bunts it first base side of the mound. Smith is on it, throws to first in time for the out with low covering. The tying runs move into scoring position now. Low at third, Moore at second. That brings up Denzer Guzman. Another right-handed bat. Guzman's 1 for 4 with an RBI double tonight. Patrick Bailey out to the mound to have a chat with Smith. Guardians were down 5-0 at one point tonight after 2 innings of play. But they have battled back, and they now lead here in the 10th, 8-6. Guzman digs in. Smith is ready. Here's his pitch. Strike called on the inside corner. Good heat that time at 96.
Well, if you're Cade in this situation with the 2-run lead, you will certainly trade an out for a run here.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Way late on the swing was Guzman.
After that swing, I see no reason to throw anything other than 98 right by him again.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
And that's exactly what happened.
1 down in the inning. 2 down in the inning. Guardians 1 out away now from their 6th consecutive win. They won 7 in a row back in May. Adam Frazier, the last hope for the Angels. Smith delivers. Fastball missed outside.
Well, this will not be an easy at-bat here for Cade Smith. Adam Frazier, very much a seasoned vet, knows exactly what to do in these situations.
The 1-0 misses outside. 2-0. Thus far tonight, he's sacrificed, been hit by pitches twice, and grounded out. Now the 2-0 from Smith. Swung on and missed. 2-1 the count. Cade Smith took over that closer's role midway through last season, a little bit past the halfway point. The 2-1 just missed inside. Bailey's not buying it again. He wants another challenge. So the Guardians challenge again. And ABS says it's a strike.
Pitch was a strike. Played his last 3 challenges.
Just caught the edge. And now it's 2-2. Smith can end it right here. 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. The pitch, swung on, fouled back and out of play. We'll do it again on 2-2 on Adam Frazier. Low, the base runner at 3rd. Moore, the tying run, out at 2nd.
I think you stay hard right here.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cade Smith does the job. And the Guardians win a thriller tonight in Anaheim. It took 10 innings to do it, but they have now won 6 in a row. They defeat the Angels tonight, 8-6.
Hey, you mind keeping it down up there, please?
KeyBank will meet you in that I need new neighbors moment.
Rick, it's your mortgage loan officer, Beth. I was in the neighborhood and wanted to let you know your home loan application's been approved.
Beth, you're always there for me, and not a moment too soon.
Are your neighbors bowling with grand pianos again?
And apparently raising livestock?
Ugh.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 399797.
At Cleveland Clinic, the mission is to create a healthier world. So you give every life the best chance to thrive. You tackle health issues at the root of their cause. You go beyond your walls to make theirs a little safer. And when it's all said and done, you reinvest everything to keep bettering the world. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
This is the call of the Australian rubber bird.
Snap! Snap!
This is the call of the Alaskan chili bird.
Jeez, it's cold. Jeez, it's cold. Jeez, it's cold.
And this is the call of the marathon mascot bald eagle, Max.
Hi, it's Max.
Hello.
Did you know you could save up to $1 a gallon with the Marathon Rewards app?
No. Well, thanks for the call.
Marathon, where fun runs on full.
Available at participating marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
Attention on deck. Calling all Cuyahoga County vets. We are the Veterans Service Commission, your forward operating base. From VA claims and financial assistance and more, we got your six. Visit us today at 3950 Chester Avenue.
News, talk, sports. This is WTAM 1100, Cleveland, home of the Cavaliers and Guardians, an iHeart radio station.
Guardians a winner here tonight in Anaheim, coming from 5 runs down to do it. The largest deficit they've wiped out in 2 years. You have to go back to June of 2024 when they came back on Kansas City after falling behind by 5 runs. They did so tonight, end up winning it in 10 by a score of 8-6. And Chris, there's a lot of wins along the way, and a lot of them have come lately on this 6-game winning streak, but some seem to be more important or more satisfying than others.
No doubt. Tonight, you have to throw this in that category here tonight. And when you look back at the end of the season and you're looking for those signature wins, tonight could be at the top of the list so far of this season, because being down 5 runs, this offense we've seen at times could have packed it in. It would have been very easy to do. It wasn't Gavin's night tonight. Give the rest of this bullpen a ton of credit. Matt Festa deserves a ton of credit for coming in, keeping the score right there. And then it just went down the line from Logan Allen to Colin Holderman to Sabrowski, and then ending here with Cade Smith. This, to me, is one of those signature wins that we look back on the season and say, that's why we made the playoffs.
Well, the Guardians have now won 6 straight. They maintain their status as a second-place ball club in the American League Central Division. They'll open play 2.5 back of the first-place White Sox tomorrow. But this one, I'm going to guess, feels pretty good in that clubhouse right now.
I'm sure the music is playing a little extra loud tonight for this one. And I'll bet you the first person to greet everybody coming in, Gavin Williams.
He had a tough one tonight. We'll tell you about that in just a little bit on our wrap-up show. But, Chris, I'll see you tomorrow for the series and road trip finale.
Sounds good, my friend. Let's go get a sweep.
That is Chris Jimenez on loan from Guardians TV, filling in for Tom Hamilton on this portion of the road swing. Hammy back on Friday night when the Guardians take on the Royals back home. Once again, your final score from Angels Stadium in Anaheim. The Guardians 8, the Angels 6 in 10 innings. And your final line, 8 runs, 13 hits, no errors for Cleveland. And the Guardians along the way tonight left 14 men on base. On the other side, for the Angels, 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, and the Angels stranded 10 men. The winning pitcher in relief, Eric Sabrowski, now 5-2. Cade Smith with save number 35, and Brett Wyman took the loss. He's now 0-1 for the Angels. Time of the game, 3 hours, 23 minutes. The paid crowd, 26,001 here at Angels Stadium. Stay with us. It's Guardians Wrap-Up, and it comes your way next.
Cleveland Guardians baseball has been brought to you by Cleveland Clinic. When defying the odds is your aim, the right care can change everything. By Progressive. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers. By Dollar Bank, proud banking partner of the Cleveland Guardians. By Marathon. Join Marathon Rewards today and start earning on every fill-up. Cleveland Guardians Baseball. Also brought to you by Discount Drug Mart, the official drugstore of the Cleveland Guardians. By Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care, your number one choice for tires and service repair.
The mission of the Bob Feller Act of Valor Foundation, through the unique intersection of baseball and the Department of the Navy, is to recognize and honor those who support our service members with the Bob Feller Act of Valor Award. We use the story of the Hall of Fame pitcher and Chief Petty Officer during World War II to teach the legacy of the greatest generation to the youngest generation and instill in them the virtues of service, sacrifice, and citizenship. Learn more at actofvaloraward.org.
Suspect a natural gas leak? Enbridge Gas Ohio has a simple reminder. First, move your feet. Then call when you're down the street. A gas leak may smell like rotten eggs, or you might see blowing dirt or bubbling water. A leaking pipeline may also make a hissing sound. Remember, whether you are an individual or contractor, state law requires you call 811